Leave
Hell.
meeting.
Hell.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hello. Hi. Welcome. We are Tales from the Forgotten Troop. Constantly, always leaving meetings. Never coming
When I'm
and staying.
president, Maria's going to be my press secretary. And whenever anybody asks a dumb question, she's just going to say, leave meeting.
And then we're just going to leave.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if
take a
it's
nap.
the first question right out the gate. No. Clearly, you people are ill-prepared for this. I'm not wasting my time.
Call us when you're prepared. We're going to
No.
take a nap. Patty will be the
We're taking a nap in the
secretary
jet.
of the Department of Naps.
This all
Sorry.
sounds amazing.
If you're president, then you can forgive everybody's student loans. That's my backup plan.
It's a great motivation for becoming president. So I guess we're running a political campaign now.
Yeah.
But if you want to make a political donation, there are many ways to support the show. We have lots and lots of affiliate links on our Beacons page.
Yes.
Links of which are in chat in the Twitch About section, or if you're watching on YouTube, the description. We have many many links. Several of them include Hero Forge, Zenny Optical, Humble Bundle, Epic Water Filters, and more. Plus merch. Merch is exciting.
Merch.
You can wear it and take it with you on the go. And we also have a coffee page where you can become a monthly member and get access to exclusive bonus content. Or if you don't care about exclusive bonus content, you can just give us a couple bucks. And it's great.
Also, if you see us, you are free to give us cash. We take cash.
We take cash, credit, unsigned checks,
especially unsigned checks.
Bars of gold.
Bars of gold, yeah.
Except any currency after 1000 AD.
Bank routing information.
Yep.
Precious metals. We also take commodities.
Yep.
We take precious and semi-precious stones.
Lean hogs.
Small pets.
Small pets. Yes.
Dogs exclusively
Big
for
pets
me.
too.
A miniature horse or a miniature donkey.
Charlie only accepts dogs because they're allergic.
I only accept dogs. Yes, you can also follow us on social media. for pictures of said dogs, maybe at some point.
Yep.
To get updates about the show and dogs and other stuff. Or you can join the Discord where we talk about our pets and get more pictures of pets and food that Maria makes.
Yes.
I bought those crepes. They
look so good, and I was like,
delicious.
that's ridiculous. I want to be there and eat those crepes.
Yeah, join the Discord and you can see a picture of these delicious, envious crepes. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, we do have weekly streams on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you just like the joy and flexibility of sticking with the VODs, make sure to subscribe so you can get notified when new videos come up. But we have started to sort of branch out on our streaming schedule, so some stuff might be happening on Tuesdays or other days of the week, just kind of, whenever we feel like it. So there are ways to get notified of when those things happen, because we can you can never say that we're not chaotic. That's the one line we have to draw. We are always chaotic.
Yes.
works.
Queers
Fair.
and corvids. I don't know.
It's
Words are hard. I
Words
don't
are
know.
hard.
Don't I know it? Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to say. So let's introduce the characters. All of you can tell us who you are and who you're playing, and your question today is a very important one. It is so incredibly important. Important. See, words.
Interesting.
So incredibly important. Did your character, and you, I guess, if you want to answer this, because I don't discriminate. Did your character have a stuffed animal as a child? And what was its name?
I'll go first because I actually already have an answer for this.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Was it included in that 65-page backstory?
Yes, the name and the backstory of the stuffed animal were
Which is
included.
also 65 pages.
We just have a Toy Story length backstory about this toy. It's got 3 sequels.
Oh,
Oh boy. Don't tempt me.
oh no.
Exclusive coffee content.
Half of what I did for Joe's backstory is going to be coffee content, I feel.
I think so.
Probably.
But in any case, hello. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow. I will be playing Joe Hatathli, aka Watchdog. Joe did in fact have a stuffed animal. It was I actually know the specific toy because I researched it. It is a stuffed Mickey Mouse that has a little cowboy outfit on.
Oh my
That's
god.
adorable.
And he referred to him as Sheriff Mickey.
Oh.
And as for me, I did have a stuffed animal. In fact, it's passed down through my family.
Oh,
And it's just named Dog.
that's fair.
It's just a dog.
Dog the dog.
Yep. Thing's like almost 100 years old at this point.
Damn.
Does it have a lot of patches?
Not a whole lot of patches, but most of the... You know what? I'll show you. Hang on.
Oh, wow. Okay, visual demonstration.
Nice.
I was not expecting this tonight.
He just fades into the abyss. And then comes back.
Dog.
Aw.
Yes.
So cute.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It's adorable.
Yeah, most of the stuffing's all compacted now, and like most of the fur's fallen off, and he's also a little dusty.
I was gonna say he looks
Dog.
kind of limp. Squish dog.
Adorable.
All right, I'll go next. And I'm Jenna, and I play Roxy, aka Calamity. And Calamity did not have a stuffed animal growing up, but she did have a blanket that she wore as a cape everywhere, as she jumped off furniture and things like that as a small, rambunctious child. And I did have a stuffed animal growing up. My mom crocheted it, and it was a pink cat.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cute.
She was crocheting stuffed animals before it was cool.
Yeah.
She also crocheted my baby blanket. So
I knit one of my cousin's baby blankets.
oh, that's sweet.
I guess I'll go next. I'm Tess. I play Sylvia, aka Valkyrie. And Sylvie didn't have a stuffed animal per se. Did she cuddle with random forest creatures? Probably. Like, full stop.
I was
Yes.
to say, I didn't need the stuff.
Better.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
better.
Legit
Just-
full-size bear. Just
Yes.
Whole ass, yeah.
probably.
That's
I
amazing.
love it.
I'm jealous of that childhood because I want to snuggle giant forest creatures and not have them eat my face.
Sylvie will give all of you guys that childhood if you ever visit the playground.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is that a promise or a threat?
Yes.
vacation.
Yes.
I mean, Watchdog is already sort of a large forest animal.
It's also terrible.
Also, Sylvie can just shape
Change into it.
She could just
Yeah.
I do believe we ended the scene with Sylvie being a large forest animal
large
curled
cat.
around you guys.
I think it was like a snow leopard, but I might
Yeah.
just be making this up.
It was some kind of
It was a
cat,
large cat
so-
for all
Yeah,
around
it
us.
was like a large fuzzy cat
Thing is,
that's
though,
just
Sylvie's
curled
covered
around
in
the Lena and
glitter.
Roxy as we're
Yeah.
napping in
fine.
the pillow fort in
The whole
living
place
room.
is just covered in glitter.
Cynthia's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
show
right.
up and be like, "What is happening in my living room?" And then just probably shrug and be like, "Yeah, I need a nap too."
Why is so much of my tech covered in crystals right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I did not have a stuffed animal. I did have a blanket from my christening that I kept around until I was about preschool age, I think. That my grandmother knitted herself as well.
Aw.
So
Nice.
All right. I'm Maria. I play Elena, aka Easy Living. And when she was younger, she had a stuffed dog. It was Molly the Stife dog, which is a specific brand. And when I was little, I had a plethora of stuffed animals, but my great grandma had made my dad at some point. Well, I think all of my aunts and uncles as well. All of the 100 Acre Wood stuffed animals.
That's cool.
Because she was obsessed. It was kind of weird. But I had all of those stuffed animals from my dad's childhood as well.
Aw.
I think we still have them,
Nice.
but not
Somebody else
within
was-
obtaining reach.
It's probably pretty valuable at this point.
Mhm.
Little stuffed animal set like that. I don't think they sell
My
those.
brother might have taken them because my dog will eat them.
Ooh.
That's a fair
Mhm.
point.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Patty enjoys eating stuffed toys and also beagles.
She likes
Okay. I'm Brianna. I play Cynthia Evans, otherwise known as Echo. Okay, so when I was a kid, I had an army of stuffed cats, essentially. I think they still exist somewhere in my house back where that is. But yeah, just a lot of cats. Did they have names? Probably, but I don't remember any of them. And as far as Cynthia, it's complicated. So there were a couple of like very nicely made
Stuffed animal
pristine-
discourse?
There were a couple of
Mhm.
very nicely made pristine stuffed animals that neither she nor her sister were allowed to touch unless it was for one of the photo shoots that her dad was doing when he was running for councilman and wanted a photo op with the family. But she did not personally have any.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Wow. I dislike your dad even more.
I think we all do at this point.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
fill his entire car with stuffed animals.
Yeah. No, we could do a realm and finding Sylvie stuffed animals and filling the car.
Let's let real forest animals into his car.
You should put a lot of those like creepy China dolls.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
porcelain
I
dolls.
like it. I like it.
The porcelain dolls.
I like the
Give
dolls
all of
that
them
their
his
eyes
face.
like open and close. Those are super creepy. And
If you
Just-
if you like just carefully fracture a couple of them,
I'm
etch
sure we can
prefacture.
find someone to curse one of them for us too.
That's true.
And it's
Probably.
doll roulette to see which one you touch first and if you get to curse.
doll roulette. You've heard it here. Trademarked. Tales from the Forgotten Trove.
I feel like it's more creepy if you just like rig it so that like they're all just still, but the second he touches one of them, the rest of them
All of
just
them move.
scatter. Like they all
Ooh,
just
yes.
disappear into the darkness.
Another-
and pulling the one.
Another one
They
would-
all
would
open
be,
their
like,
eyes at the
filling
same
up.
time.
I was gonna say like fill up the car with them, and they're all just like laying down with their eyes closed, and then as soon as you open the handle, they all
Yes.
just sit up and look at you.
Mm-mm.
Eyes open.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
And they all turn their head in that creepy doll way.
Yeah.
Equip them with motion sensors so whenever you move, they move their heads to follow you.
Or their eyes follow you.
Yeah.
And then also install like the Furby like
Furby chest bursters.
Give them all voice
Sorry, what?
boxes.
So they all talk to each other and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Furby chest bursters.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Furby chest bursters?
Also trademarked on Tales from the Forgotten Trove.
I think I still have that Photoshop somewhere on my.
When does this man just stop opening up his car door and just stop
hot.
reacting?
He's started hiring somebody to do that
Yeah.
for him.
He makes his interns do it.
It's like a hazing ritual in like his cabinet. Like you have to open the car door once.
All right.
This actually reinforces his dislike of people with powers. So
I guess we aren't really helping.
It sounds like a personal problem.
That depends on your
But-
definition of helping.
It does
That's
make
true.
us feel better, so it does
That's
make
true.
us feel better. So there is that.
It's true.
It makes yourselves feel better, and you're potentially unintentionally helping the opposition. Who knows?
Hey, at least he hasn't found his car turned on its side yet. because-
Yeah, I mean, Sylvie's
Yet.
fully ready for
For, like,
Echo
a
to
tree?
finally ask her to destroy this man's life permanently, but she hasn't gotten that authorization yet. So
Disassemble it and reassemble it in his office.
Oh my gosh, yes, we could do this.
Or we could just pick it up and put it in his office. We don't have to take it
That's
apart.
true.
No, that's true.
I feel
Put
like
it
it's
on
more
his desk.
terrifying to rebuild in his living room.
No, just it's an even smaller space, like the closet or something, the bathroom. It's gotta
He'll
be.
never
it's gotta
get it
be
out of there. Yeah.
an
No.
unreasonable.
no, what you
Location.
do is you take it apart and you reassemble it around his bed while he's sleeping.
Oh wow, yeah, I like it.
Nice. Okay.
Sylvia.
All right. We should probably get started.
Yes.
Start of the session, we get one team to the pool, so we have a total of 15. 15
Gosh.
team.
I
At
thought we-
At
wrote
least
that
we
down.
always spend one team, so we always have the same amount
We
of
don't
team.
always spend one team. That's why we're at 15.
Lately,
15,
we've been spending
15.
one team, so we only always have 15.
We've also been separated for a minute.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's been a
That
hot
should
sec.
be rectified this session, hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll see how things
Anyway.
go.
Previously on Jukebox Justice. We zoom in on our comic book and see Elena waking up in the middle of a broken street. A different place than she remembers, and maybe a different time. Hard to say, but surrounding her is large-scale destruction and another panel of a man pointing his finger accusingly and claiming that she was the one responsible for all the destruction. She left the initial scene and hurried back to the junkyard, where she tried to get a message across back to her home place, but it didn't seem like there was any immediate change. But as she extended her senses, a little faint bubble of Roxy's voice came to her, and she decided to sit down and focus on it, using that to channel her powers and tug her back to the junkyard that she remembers. She gave a call to Cynthia, who was very excited, maybe a little distressed after everything that happened, and the group quickly reconvened, taking a closer look as best they could of her demeanor, her physicality, seeing if there were any changes. And Sylvia did notice that there was some mystical sort of connection extending out from her core, which they couldn't easily find an endpoint for. After the immediate sort of excitement and panic died down, Cynthia decided to head out of the base and go looking for Joe, who, after a rather intense practice following a very exhausting day, was conveniently passed out on a bench, holding holding his bag kind of close, but with a letter and a notebook sticking out of it. While Cynthia didn't intentionally snoop too much, just getting an idea of what the return and send and forwarding address were on the letter, she sat down next to Joe on the bench and just waited a little bit. Eventually, he came to jolting upright, and the two of them had a nice, sort of heartwarming conversation, coming to a better understanding of why Rampage and Tempest were being allowed to go free for the moment. And while they ultimately didn't see eye to eye, Joe did acknowledge that he was going to trust Cynthia on this decision, and that they would just have to sort of, a little bit.
Baby trust.
Baby trust, just a little sliver of trust, and that everyone would just deal with the consequences when they came. So they decided to head back to base and clear the air with the rest of the team. So I'd say we probably pick up, as we flip the page, on Cynthia and Joe getting up from this bench. And are you going to head back together or meet up separately?
Joe had some things to take care of, and we were going to meet up after they were done.
Yeah, I was gonna head back to my dorm real quick
Okay.
and just double check a couple things and also take care of a couple things.
Cool. So we see Cynthia split off and head back to the base and can focus in on Joe.
Okay. As Cynthia leaves, Joe kind of lets out a little sigh of relief, because definitely did not want her reading that letter. And he'll put a stamp on that and just sort of pause at a mailbox and just kind of drop it in. Before he can really think about it too much, he just starts walking back to his office. Or not office, dorm. Losing words. Okay. And once he's in there, he'll sort of peek out through the window, double check that Cynthia didn't like follow him here.
Did she? Too much work. No, coast is clear.
She doesn't care that much about what he's up to.
She might want to. He closes the curtains.
Ooh, eventually.
And I will fish out my wallet, and I will remove a business card for a certain location.
Okay.
Big. I like it.
And I will pick up the phone, and I will dial the number on the card.
It rings for a bit, and eventually the phone picks up, and voice answers. It's Roscoe.
Hey, Roscoe, it's Joe.
Wasn't expecting a call.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to make sure you were doing all right. I imagine you saw that weird wave last night.
Yeah, it would have been pretty hard to overlook it, all things considered.
Yeah,
especially when it lit up.
Yeah, I still don't know what was up with that. I just, there's probably going to be like weird seaweed floating up. Should probably stay away from that. One of my teammates, it shouldn't be too much to worry about. Just don't touch it.
Okay, all right. I'll keep an eye out then.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure you were doing all right, I guess.
Yeah, everything's fine. There's a bit of minor water damage to the shop, but nothing I can't handle. Comes with the territory. Anything else on your mind?
No, I think that's it. I'll talk with you later, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye. Hang up. Joe's just kind of like, ugh. That was awkward. Why do I even care? Goes to
Why
check.
do you care?
Good question.
Tell me. Why do you care?
I'll tell you later. It's spoilers for now. And I will double check my calendar just to make sure I don't have anything else planned for the day, which I don't think I do.
Practice has been taken care of, and unless you had some sort of standing date with Henry, you're in the clear.
Not this night, I don't think. I'll go ahead and grab my watchdog stuff, and I'll start a low-key trot to the base. Try not to draw too much attention as I make my way.
Okay.
Inconspicuous werewolf coming through.
I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky.
Sneaky werewolf.
Yeah, just
Ninja wolf.
just climb up on top of some buildings. No one will see you coming.
Mm-hmm.
But we follow Joe as he heads back to the base where Cynthia had returned a little bit ago to see Roxy and Elena curled up with a giant glittery
Leopard.
snow leopard.
Fluffy, yeah.
Snow leopard. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that works.
Tiger, I don't know.
Does Snow Leopard Sylvia like ear scratches?
Yes. Oh.
Always
Oh,
ears.
hell yeah.
So yeah, Cynthia gives Snow Leopard Sylvia some ear scratches.
There's probably a purring of some sort.
Sounds vaguely like a Faye song.
Just a lullaby that makes you the tiniest bit lightheaded.
And
I want to follow that. Oh.
then she's gonna go pack up the research she'd been doing on Elena's situation and file it away for later.
Okay. You can do that, I'd say, probably by the point where you're getting everything wrapped up. A watchdog arrives at the base.
I'm probably arriving by the tunnels, but everybody's in the penthouse, right?
Mhm.
I didn't think so. I thought they were in
I thought we were
the
downstairs.
downstairs because Cynthia was doing research downstairs.
Yeah, I
And
think so. I
then-
kind of just vegged out downstairs and stole.
There's a
we
couch
made-
down there
We made a couch fort
Yeah.
in the like lounge
in
area.
the team
of
area.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cuddle puddle and couch fort.
There may or may not have been blankets and pillows dragged from like
Oh my God.
upstairs.
Yeah.
And various
I mean,
people.
there's
Yes.
there are like rooms being constructed where you can spend the night in the base. So there's
I was about
blankets
to say,
and pillows
yeah,
down there.
No, like Sylvia definitely grabbed her pillows and blankets from her room, and it's like extra fake glitter on top of everything else.
I love it.
They're like leaf blankets. Like there's like moss growing off of them. And, like, and it glitters a little. I love it.
All right. Seeing that, is there like a little corner of this that's perhaps a little less glitterified? Like maybe off to the side?
So there's like a couch. There's also like a couple of chairs. The chairs are
Okay.
probably free of the glitter.
I'll
You squint and see the faintest sparkle, but you're like, it's probably safe.
It's
compared
from the
to that
last
mess.
time you sat there after being on the glitter swan.
One of these days, Cynthia's just gonna start putting plastic on the furniture.
Nah, we don't care.
And there is a couch that Sylvia uses whenever she's glittery, and other people use when they're glittery too.
There's a glitter couch and a non-glitter.
It's just
Furniture?
infected the base. Like somehow the
Yeah.
computer has glitter under the buttons. We don't know how it got there.
Yes.
It's
I
just
know how it
glitter
got there.
base.
Yeah.
Everybody has glitter all the time. It's fine.
Echo has a secret not glitter base that she won't tell us about for some reason.
Oh, she just uses
Quarantine.
that would be the back areas of the base where she meets with Hecate.
Yes.
Because
But
Hecate doesn't like glitter.
Sylvia's goal is to glitter Hecate at one point. She
Glitter
has not
bomb
succeeded
Hecate.
yet.
that'll end very well for you. But
I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, Cynthia just uses telekinesis to get the glitter out from under the keyboard keys.
Or put it back so she knows who's on the computer.
Put it all on Watchdog while he takes a nap.
I mean, in this situation, at least you know that Sylvia has not been on the computer because it's just glitter. It's not anything else.
I would imagine that Sylvia's not allowed to touch the computer except for under supervision.
That's true, but does that mean she follows that rule? No.
That's fair.
Only when people are looking.
I'm gonna say in that case, it's a satellite hard drive that's linked to one that's somewhere that Sylvia has not found.
Don't want to whammy it and make it get up and crawl away.
Yeah, I need that.
Maybe one day she'll touch the computer and then it'll also make us espresso. I'm just saying.
Multifunctional.
Yes.
Invest. Oh my god. Invent the first Apple computer.
Oh god.
Yeah, because it's an actual giant apple. That
Yeah.
has a computer inside of it.
Yep.
But also
Yeah.
a computer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like one of those Animal Crossing themed computers.
Yep.
It just
Yeah.
looks like an apple and is a
That'll be
computer.
good.
Well, in Sylvia's case, it actually is an apple.
Yeah.
I
You can
mean, to
take
be
bites of it
fair,
when
at
you
that
do.
point, it's partially organic, so it
I
might be
mean,
harder to hack.
It's
So-
like, so you know how you can run Doom on a potato or several potatoes? It's like that.
It's just
Yes.
a very energy efficient potato.
Yes.
This conversation got weird.
It
What
always does.
conversations don't get weird around here?
Fair point. But Joe will find a unused blanket and sort of like scoot the chair so that it's like facing the pile, and then just clamber into the chair. Maybe kind of unconsciously do that little like dog rotation thing.
Oh my god.
He's finding a good
Yes.
spot.
Yep. Curl up and resume his nap because he is still tired.
Yes.
Wraps his tail around himself, and then we all know he has a tail.
Still no confirmation of tail.
The tail has not been Twitter verified.
They
Jeez.
don't want to pay. The tail doesn't want to pay Elon Musk $8.
Someone please make a Twitter account that's just Watchdog's tail.
Please.
Just watch a dog's tail.
God.
I'll
They're
pay
just like-
$8 to that.
They're just like, is Watchdog's tail confirmed?
This is absolutely
Watch Dogs
something
tail
that would
has
be
not been
happening if
confirmed.
this game was set in like modern era, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Watchdog would have like a small fan base dedicated just to finding out if he has a tail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
On
thousands
the
of
weird
pictures of his
corners
butt.
of the internet.
It's thousands of pictures of his butt, and every single one of them is liked by Henry.
And then there's like the deep fakes that we keep releasing to create discourse.
Yes.
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 I
I
love
need
it.
Teammates
this in
swear
my
he
life.
has a tail.
God. Maybe I should have set this in modern day instead of the 50s.
That would be hilarious.
Too late now. Unless
Time travel.
Joe.
Mhm.
You never know.
We invent the internet.
And Twitter.
I feel like between Cynthia and Sylvia, we would be able to.
It's gonna be the weird internet, but it will exist.
Yes. It might be a good portion of it being porn, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough.
anyway,
Resuming the game.
we'll eventually make our way back around.
Will
Someday.
we?
Someday.
That's what y'all
Yes.
signed up for, right? Just like 4 hours of us shooting the shit.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess everyone except Cynthia is sleeping. Is that the case?
Mhm.
Cynthia's awake.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Sylvie's awake, but is she moving? It's warm, and she's curled around the other two. And
Feigning
it's a pillow
sleep.
fort. Yes.
She's feigning sleep. Okay. Is Cynthia gonna do anything?
Yeah, give Celia more ear scratches.
Okay.
That's fair.
Eventually
How
falls
lo-
asleep on top of some Sylvia and just
Teams that
completes
nap
the-
together stay together, okay?
Oh my God.
you fall into a nice like content nap chill session for a while because you've had a couple days. And
That's true.
Yes.
eventually probably Cynthia and Sylvia hear this first. You hear the rumble of a bike before coming in from one of the
yeah.
tunnels.
Oh,
Is
the bike's back.
it's the bike, yeah. It's the stag bike.
I forgot.
It's back.
I was like, who's here?
It's like
The stag
who's-
bike has returned.
Who's ruining nap time?
your
Does
bike.
the
It's a
stag. The stag might actually turn back into a stag and debate joining the nap cuddle.
That will really
My
freak
God.
Watchdog out.
I was about to say, is this thing gonna be a complete prick and like nip Watchdog while he's sleeping?
licking his ear.
It might lick you. It would not bite you.
Gnaws gently on the tip of the ear. Like a goat chewing on an aluminum can.
God.
I don't know if Joe would be awake enough at this point to even notice that, so sure.
The stag. Okay, so
Just
the bite
starts
turns
calling
back
the
into a
stag
stag,
Henry.
and it clip clops over to
God.
where the pile is and where Joe is slumped over in the chair, and just like the very tip of the ear just like starts chewing on.
It's probably just like a low. Just like one of those like dog grunts where they're like mostly asleep.
Oh my God. Yes.
It's fine. It's face fit. It's probably fine for the skin. Don't worry about it.
It probably makes it glitter.
Pulls up, and there's just like a string of like glittery glitter saliva.
Glitter drool.
Yay.
I guess it'll probably walk around and join the cuddle pile.
Yeah, no, it cuddles up to Calamity.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. As per usual.
Okay.
It hasn't murdered anyone for Calamity recently, but
But it's thought
It's
about
only
it.
a matter of time.
The stag will be played by this cat.
exactly.
Yes. Are you a
But eventually-
stag, buddy? He's like, I just want to nap in your arms, Mom.
Just hold me and give me scritches.
That's what he
But-
wants.
Yeah.
Eventually, we can fast forward to when this nap wraps up. I don't know who would be the first to wake up.
I don't think Cynthia ever really went to sleep.
I don't think
Fair.
Sylvie did either, but
Roxy might get up and make breakfast for everybody.
Breakfast at 3 p.m.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brunch.
Wouldn't that be dinner?
Yes.
I'm guessing the stag totally
Breakfast.
follows you into the kitchen, by the way. It's just there.
Yeah, she'll start feeding it carrots and stuff out of the fridge.
The stag knows how to flip an egg.
Yes. The stag is helping make breakfast.
Yes.
Yes.
Fair. Sure.
Somehow.
We don't question these things.
No, not
I'm just
really.
imagining that one deer from Adventure Time just like
With the fingers in under the hooves.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the sound or the smell of food would wake the rest of you up, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Joe and Watchdog and Elena. Bacon's cooking.
What time is it?
Yes.
It's like 3 p.m. or whatever.
You cooking food?
I am making food.
Can I have some?
Sure. And she thinks
Thumbs
about
up.
just dropping some eggs in his lap because she's
Ooh.
still mad, but
Jeez.
she doesn't. She just plates everything and puts it like, I don't know. Do we have a table or something in the?
There's probably like a little conference table or something.
Yeah, just whatever. She
On
probably
the other side of it is a whiteboard that has highly dubious battle plans sketched on it, which I don't know. They could also be like football plays. It's unclear.
This is a playbook.
This is
The
our
exact
X's
plays
and
are
circles.
undecided.
It's tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Just circles, arrows, and X's. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
There's little like notes in the corner that Sylvia wrote that may or may not be Fayish language, but no one knows because she won't translate it.
There's attempts from Cynthia trying and giving up.
Roxy has drawn a picture of a motorcycle, but it's not a good one. It's like a stick figure motorcycle.
It looks like a bicycle.
Yes. But then there's like flames coming out of the back of it. Like nobody knows.
And the flames are weirdly good.
Yeah.
The flames are the best part.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like she has some experience like eating flames onto things, but the motorcycle looks like no.
There's also a little actually kind of decent rendition of Cynthia's dad with like X's over his eyes and just like the head separated from the body.
God.
He's the hanged man on our hangman game.
Yes, actually that
This is
instead.
whiteboard.
Yes.
I don't think they have
Would've been a-
whiteboards in the
would've been a
1950s.
chalkboard, yeah.
Chalkboard.
Chalkboard, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check that. I feel like whiteboards had to have been a thing by then.
Nah.
I don't think so. I don't think they really got big until like what, the 90s?
The 1950s were like ancient times, man.
When were whiteboards?
They
invented?
barely
That was
had
like
TV.
before I
Late
was
50s.
born.
Okay, yeah. Whiteboards don't exist yet.
Yeah.
The chalkboard.
Sure, I do hate these types of chalkboards, but it would be what would be there.
You'd have lots of colored chalk though, so you could really accentuate the drawings.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
Plus, I feel like it's a lot easier to make more intricate drawings with chalk than it is with dry
Yeah.
erase markers.
That's fair, I suppose.
I don't
Dust
like
gets everywhere though.
Yeah. I don't like the sensation of drawing
It's
on
like-
a chalkboard.
Okay, well, the chalk dust is just like academic glitter.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, there's the main
You're
chalkboard
trying to
that has
hype up your chalkboard.
that has all the shenanigans on it. There's also another chalkboard over by Cynthia's workstation that's just covered in equations. What are they for?
Nobody knows.
Things. Stuff.
Stuff and things. Part of it is
And
differential
more.
equations.
My nemesis.
I feel like occasionally Sylvie does go over to the equation chalkboard, and if there's one unsolved, she'll try and solve it. And there's sometimes ones where she does,
I love
but it's
this.
not always.
But the work is like really like not
Does not make sense.
yeah, it's not linear thinking.
Oh
It's
my
like circular thinking about it.
Yeah, Cynthia's
somehow
like
it's still
someday. Cynthia's like someday I'm gonna bring you to a lab that rivals the one that I work in, and I'm going to have you touch all their stuff.
Break their
Be-
stuff for science.
Would
You bring her
love
to a
to.
science fair and have her
Weird
touch
dog.
everybody's science experiment except for yours.
No, actually touch mine too. I want to see what happens. That's the point of the science fair.
That plasma
I made
volcano's
two.
about to
This
get
one you can touch.
crazy.
Trippy.
It's just
Okay.
like surprise, like blindfold, and then remove it, and it's like surprise. This is a gift to you. Go touch all the things.
Yes.
Happy
Really, this
birthday.
is your birthday party?
Releases her in other labs, releases her in City Hall. You know, there's a whole list.
Yeah.
Elena will help herself to some food
Mhm.
and just kind of sit there and eat.
After everyone's awake, Sylvia will shift back into her face self versus a
Cat.
giant cat so she can communicate.
That's fair.
As
You can
Watchdog's
also-
eating, he kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you can all sit at the table.
As Watchdog sits down and is eating, he kind of looks over at Calamity. Thanks.
Welcome. The cat is trying to steal my chicken tenders.
Yes.
I thought you were just trying to pantomime like eating.
No, I was trying to get his little paw on the screen of what he's doing. He keeps like going like
catch him in the act.
this. Every
You have
time
to get
I
his
like
crimes
eat a
on
bite,
camera.
he's doing this to me on my knee. So I was trying to get him to. Okay.
Kind of look over
Oh.
to Easy Living. You doing okay?
I think so. I'm alive.
This
That's step one.
good.
Quiet,
I
awkward breakfast.
didn't know you were gone until you were back. Sorry.
I didn't know I was gone either.
Okay.
Hmm?
Uh, sure.
Don't ask questions.
It felt familiar over there.
Like you'd been there before or something?
Like, maybe. Or because of how similar it was
To here?
to here.
Hmm.
And she'll just kind of like go into how she woke up and there was stuff flying all over the place. And some guy was rude to her. And
you
she just
didn't crush his head like a grape.
Yeah.
That was good.
I waited until I could hear Calamity, and then I come home.
How does that work?
We have a connection, watchdog.
There's some kind of tether? I don't know.
All right. I mean, are we gonna follow up on that, or we want to talk about what we're doing with Tempest, right? Tempest and Rampage.
Well, we're not doing anything with them until they do something bad, right?
Well, we do have to clear your name.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting the press don't like me right now. Keep forgetting about the PR disaster.
Guessing we don't have a plan for that yet, then.
Well, I think the plan was for us to be seen out in public, and then like Rampage is going to do something that is not violent towards people or animals. Maybe some minor property destruction, and then we're gonna arrest her, and then later I'll break her out of jail.
I thought the plan was that they were going to get away and we were going to be seen on the scene, because
That's
that
all.
saves the complication of
Yes.
a jailbreak.
That's also an option. Just it's like plan B if they catch her, or situation can't.
Please
don't know.
don't break anyone out of jail.
What if you're in jail?
I can break myself out of jail.
What if Elena's in jail?
I can just break the jail.
That's true.
Crumbles the entire building around her.
Yes.
Takes care of that. No jail,
And
no problem.
now there's no more jail, so there's no problem. What if Sylvie's in jail?
You think a jail can hold her?
I was turn into a mouse and leave the jail.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
that's really smart. What if Watchdog's in jail?
He is very strong.
Yeah.
He
I
could
think
just
I don't think
leave.
Watchdog would want you to break him out of jail.
You want
That's
me to
up to
let
you,
you
though.
rot in prison?
Depends on why I'm in jail, I guess.
What if my dad put you there? For dick reasons.
What if you got put in there for being a werewolf?
I don't think that's illegal.
It's not a jailable
Yeah,
offense.
I
don't think
mean,
that's
it
illegal.
could be if Cynthia's dad gets a legislation passed against werewolves.
Yeah, but he'd put everyone in jail. Werewolf
Yeah.
or not.
He would try to put us in jail, but we all have a jailbreak plan, so But I need to know Watchdog's jailbreak plan then.
Tell me how you would commit this crime, and I won't use this against you.
Team bonding.
Turns a recorder on. Just kidding.
Oh, I mean,
Can you break out of jail like the boss or whatever?
maybe. I think I've bent metal before.
Okay, I don't know.
I guess we haven't really tested the upper limits of our strength.
I mean,
For
I just like
everyone.
walked through a wall once, so that was so I know I can get out of jail. I just walked through one of the concrete walls.
Still, it's good to have a get out of jail plan.
Yeah,
This is
it
true.
really
Knowing
is.
how things have been could potentially go in this city.
We really should have a plan just in case.
If all else fails, I can make a phone call, I guess. Get you
Oh, you could. Oh, okay. So you could use your privilege to get out of jail.
No, he would call us and we would get him out of jail.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna like call like somebody, I don't know, your family or something. I don't know what your family's like.
guys.
Starts thinking about werewolf families.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
A thought
you
bubble
can
of
all see gears.
werewolf parents to werewolf children.
Yeah. She's imagining like a small little werewolf
Yeah.
and like werewolf parents and like a
Toddler
a
werewolf.
werewolf wearing like an apron and like a mom werewolf and like and just silent for a long time staring thinking about that.
I mean, I guess I could call my family, but I don't know if they could pull that off.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was gonna say you could call my dad. He's got this lawyer guy who came and fixed some stuff for me when I was in juvie.
Mm,
You were in juvie?
Yeah, I was in juvie.
we don't call that guy.
Oh. Why don't we call that guy?
Sylvie looks at Cynthia for help.
Because he's
Cynthia-
fertilizer now.
Cynthia looks at Sylvie.
Elena's just zeroed in on this food. It's so good.
What a lovely eggs Benedict.
Oh my god.
I do love toast.
It's not his jurisdiction.
Oh, what's a jurisdiction?
He's not allowed to practice that kind of law.
Oh. Werewolf law?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
werewolf law.
Werewolf law.
Just stares blankly. And then nods like, yes, there's
this is-
obviously separate laws for werewolves.
Yeah.
It's
Sylvia
just
looks
no
at
idea.
Watchdog and like mouths, "I'll tell you later," while shaking her head.
Yes, werewolf law.
Watchdog just looks very confused.
Roxy looks like that makes perfect sense. Like, and Sylvie would never lie to her about anything. So,
Werewolf law for the doghouse.
Gets sent to the pound.
Not the dog catcher.
Oh my god.
I mean, technically, does he even practice law? Sylvie doesn't know. She just knows he's not exactly on the up and would not get along with Watchdog.
Oh yeah.
Also, we don't need the mob sniffing around here. I say out of character above the table.
Calamity does not understand that.
We know.
No clue.
What do you mean
Cynthia
you
has
don't want
probably-
her family around?
Definitely scolded Sylvie about mob ties and talking with the mob while
They
being
were
a
they're perfectly
superhero.
nice, well-adjusted mobsters, okay? They talk to Grandpa Les all the time.
What day of the week is it right now?
Friday.
And the dinner's on Sunday?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, actually, I don't think that's something that Cynthia actually knows about yet. So
No.
Oh,
Nor
You
yeah.
do know about the
Joe
junkyard
or
date on
Watchdog.
Saturday, though.
All right.
We're all
Well-
having dinner at my mom's place, at my mom and pa's place on Sunday. Grandpa Les will be there. We're inviting
God.
my brother Tony, his friend Joe. Joe might bring his girlfriend Henry.
Oh, I love Henry. She's so nice.
Yeah.
She is.
She
She's
is
a
really
sweetheart.
nice. I like her. She's very smart.
We've
I
been
met her in
talking
passing at
about-
the
You should
university
come
at
too,
one point.
Watchdog.
For a second.
You should come too.
uh, I don't know if I'll be able to make it this
Yeah, after the
Sunday.
first date is a little soon to meet the parents, I guess.
The first date.
What?
The
Sorry,
junkyard. We're going to the junkyard tomorrow.
Oh God.
On the date?
Oh, is it not that?
What? No, what? No.
But I was told I couldn't invite anybody else, so I thought it was a date.
That's not.
Poor choice. Poor Watchdog.
Sylvia's suddenly very interested in the eggs in front of her right now.
Everybody sips their tea in unison.
I mean, no, it is not a. It's not a date.
Then why can't I invite everybody else?
I was
You-
hoping that if it was just the two of you, you could work through some aggression and some interpersonal issues with more focus.
Not a date.
Not a date.
Not a date.
Roxy,
You don't
we
sound
go play-
sure about that, but
Roxy,
okay.
we go places together, just us all the time, and they're not necessarily dates.
They're not?
I mean, they can be if you want them to be, but we haven't. But until we discuss that, they're not.
Oh, okay.
It's a consent thing.
Sylvia's taking notes. On consent and dating.
Consent. 3 question marks.
Consent.
Human mating cycles?
Junkyard. Junkyard
this is
fun
what-
session?
This is what
Go-
goes
That
back
sounds
to
like
the
a date
fairy
too,
researcher,
you
by
know?
the way. These consent notes, but
They're in a
Human
language none
mating
of us
has an
understand.
interesting cycle surrounding consent. This is what the knowledge I've acquired about it so far.
And
not about powers
junkyards.
whatsoever.
Negative knowledge.
Negative knowledge. All right. Well, anyways, okay. So, what are we doing now?
Well, I gave Rampage a means to contact us, so presumably that's going to come down the line when she's ready to move.
Okay.
Until then, you guys have your junkyard not date tomorrow, and apparently the day after that, your family's having dinner.
Yeah. Mom's cooking like everything. Chicken tetrazzini.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Stuffed manicotti. Probably lasagna again, but maybe not. You know, chicken parmesan. Just a long list of food.
I actually put together a menu.
Oh, I love
Yay!
it. A+.
Love
And
it.
of course, whatever crises happen between now and all of these things.
All right, I'm gonna go take a shower then.
All right.
Speaking of,
Thank you for cooking.
Oh, never mind. We're gonna have a crisis, so I can't have a shower unless I have a crisis shower. But
you can
Crisis in
shower
the
while
shower.
dealing with the crisis.
you
like
know,
a weird
sometimes you
baby
gotta
shower.
multitask.
Speaking of, I don't know, I'd assume you have some sort of alarm in the base, not
Yeah.
as up to date as modern alarms would be, but some sort of notification that goes off to signal that that shit's going down.
Okay.
It's going
Stands up.
down. I'm yelling timber.
At least we've eaten and
Copyright.
had a
Wrong
nap.
era.
No.
Wrong era.
It's true.
You
Uh,
have gotten to sleep.
Cynthia changes back into her costume, and by that I mean literally just strips right there. Costume's
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
There is no
Oh.
time.
Does Elena have a costume here?
I think
You
we
can-
probably have a spare.
Yeah.
You could probably
It's
buy.
not. It's probably not up to date.
I was gonna say it might be her
Natalie's
old
standards.
ones. One of her old ones.
Sylvie
Roxy
can,
just goes to get some cutoff shorts.
Sylvie might
T-shirt.
throw little bits to like add to costumes if necessary in this situation.
Yes. I love it.
If my clothes rip poorly, they get patched with leaves. Just in the important parts.
Eventually, Roxy's costume just looks like poison ivy.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Always. All right. Then Roxy grabs like the crappy mask that she got from whatever the 50s equivalent of the Party City is.
50s Party City.
Probably a dollar, or not even a dollar, so a
Dollar
penny
General.
store.
It's the penny store. Yeah.
Nickel
She's got like a
store,
bunch of
dime
these
store.
black masks stashed everywhere.
God.
Oh, wait. Am I not supposed to? Wait. Hold on. I'm still in trouble, so whatever.
Elena gets one of her early
What are they
era
gonna do?
costumes.
Arrest
Wear
me?
the motors. Yes. Wear the motorcycle helmet. Bring a mask so if something happens and Rampage calls, we can make sure you're seen in the same place in your actual costume.
I don't really have a costume.
You're visually identifiable.
Yeah, cutoffs and grease.
Cutoffs, grease, and some form of shirt. Sometimes pants. Who knows?
Just go no pants. Okay.
No cutoff shorts or
Ah.
pants. I mean,
So,
if I was in the middle of a
We're
shower
gone.
and there was a crisis, I might not have pants.
Cynthia's fully suited up at this point. All right.
She just snaps a mask on and then puts the helmet over.
do we know what's going on?
Cynthia's checking the feeds.
I think I only
there's
have my
anything.
car. I don't have my bike, do I? I think my bike's at the shop still.
I think
Can
that is
pair
the
up
case.
on
Yes.
bikes.
We'll make it work.
I'd say you probably. I'm trying to think of like how you'd be able to check the feeds in this case, like what sort of information you get. So I feel like it's probably a police line
Yeah, that
Morse
makes
code.
that
sense.
you tap into. And there's probably just mentions of a dangerous individual downtown causing a disturbance.
Classic.
Super powered. There's probably like a specific like super powered
Code word.
code word that they use.
If we want to riff off Marble, it could be Code Blue.
If we want to rip off of
Code,
Mountain
code.
Dew, we can make it Code Red.
Ooh.
Code Baja Blast.
Code Lyoko.
All right. Let's hit the road.
Code name Kids Next Door.
Maybe for the younger superpower
yeah.
people.
Hooligans.
The baby supers.
Code name Goonies.
Code Goon.
Rascals. Little rascals.
All right,
So I know
Congrats,
Echo's
yeah.
on the way.
bike is here, and then obviously the stag's back, so that's two spare
I just run.
seats. And then you just run
Yeah.
normally.
So Roxy
Okay.
and Elena can ride on the back of
Yeah.
the other bikes.
Mhm.
Alrighty. You
I can ride with Echo or Sylvie. It doesn't matter.
Dealer's choice.
Elena, who do you want to ride with?
It doesn't. We just have to get there. And she'll
All right,
just walk
just
over.
Flip a
Hop-
coin.
Yeah.
Hops on the back of Cynthia's bike.
All right. Hold on.
I think as we head out, Sylvia will look back at Easy Living and be like, please don't disappear this time.
I will try not to.
Oh yeah,
that did happen on the back when she was
That
on the
did
back of the
happen.
bike.
Yeah.
yeah.
But there's a
I didn't think
nice
about that.
a nice trail of exhaust as the two bikes streak out of the garage and into the tunnels with Watchdog running alongside, close behind, however it goes. And
We need to get him a puppy sidecar.
We have there's a quick panel shift up into the penthouse. And we see coming out of Sylvia's closet is a nice little, like, boot-covered foot.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Closet.
Oh, it's
Somebody
the closet.
threw the brownies in the house. Oh crap! We've got gnomes. Do you know how hard it is to get rid of gnomes?
Sorry,
Oh my God.
We don't have time to figure out what that is yet. So instead, we follow our...
There's gnome place like home.
We
Leave
follow
meeting.
our somewhat competent question mark heroes as they race downtown to where the site of this disturbance is, and you are led to a more, like, popular entertainment district where there are quite a few restaurants, and as you get closer there are some people who are screaming and running away and just trying to get away from the scene of the crime. And then you turn a corner and get in sight of where the action is coming from and see this man, in this rather large man wearing a chef's uniform, who has a wicked handlebar mustache.
Oh my
His
God.
hands are covered in flour.
Pasta chole.
He has some sauce stains on his apron.
God.
And
God
he
damn
turns
it,
around
Caleb.
and just sends a rain of rigatoni onto the
Oh my
civilians.
God!
I was a little
Wait.
hungry.
What?
Behold the pasta choli.
Listen, Caleb, we're leaving the meet. You're not allowed to name any NPCs, places, you're not allowed to choose anything anymore.
With your own
I don't-
channel points, though, you too can name a silly NPC we might
Unless-
have to fight.
Unless
Except for
your name
you,
is
Caleb.
Caleb.
Oh my God.
You're banned.
No, don't say this because now my girlfriend might go around naming our characters.
Oh boy.
I hope it's better than pasta chole.
I don't know.
I don't know if you can get much better than Pastatole.
I worked really
We
hard.
are going to
on-
end his pasta reign now.
I worked really
Yeah.
hard on the names of his moves. So
Oh no! I love this. I'm very.
What
here for
happened to
this.
adopting every NPC?
Not this one. I don't like this one.
How much flour is floating around this NPC right now?
there's no flour like floating around him. His
Oh.
hands are just covered in it. But there is, like, bits of spaghetti, and there's some gnocchi, and there's rigatoni.
I was
really-
kind of
God.
hoping we could have someone throw a fireball at him.
I feel like this is really culturally
Ignite it.
insensitive to,
Yes.
to my people. So
So we're
you
gonna
can't
take
just
him.
throw pasta around like it's nothing.
So are we
What if
gonna
he's
take
also
this man
Italian?
out with vengeance? Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Saying as he's
I'm gonna
offended
rip his-
Calamity.
I'm gonna rip his stupid mustache off of him.
Um,
He is Italian.
I'm gonna let Calamity take point then, since she's got some strong opinions about this.
Yeah, she's gonna go and tackle pasta chole. She
Well,
like just stands on
Do you?
and like does like a dive towards dude.
I feel like it's stopping the bike and swerving in a way that, like, lets
It's slingshot.
Calamity
Gives
just
me
launch
momentum.
herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
Slingshot
It's
maneuver.
not like Cynthia and Roxy have done this in their free time.
Definitely not.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll to directly engage the threat.
All right.
I don't know if this guy necessarily counts as a dangerous foe, but are we entering battle against him?
He's not dangerous.
Okay. Tis Pasta Man.
You're probably gonna KO him in one.
Can I use some team because Cynthia? Wait, it's a danger, right?
I can contribute some team to that.
Yes. It's
You're
dangerous.
rolling plus danger.
Well, then I have a +1, so that makes it a 7.
Okay.
but we can use team just to use it.
Technically, Cynthia can use a team to make it an 8 if we want to.
I don't think that's a mechanical difference, so I'm going to not.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. So on a 7 to 9, you get to pick one.
Unless I use in a china shop. Then I could choose 2.
How bad does this
Lord,
man
the water
make
fights.
you right now? Is
You
the
know
question.
what? She's
Are
gonna
you
use
gonna-
in a china shop. This is sacrilegious to treat pasta so badly.
Okay,
Okay.
what
And
sort
she's
of
still got the angry
significant-
condition, so
What sort of significant collateral damage are you going to cause?
Yes.
I imagine that like he's near a restaurant or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she like tackles him, but they both go flying through like the big glass window in the front of the restaurant and like bust a table. So now there's a giant glass pane that's broken and a table and probably some chairs.
I wouldn't count that as significant collateral damage.
All right, she takes out a pillar and the ceiling of the restaurant starts to cave in.
Oh no.
You just hear Echo shouting at you. What?
Sacrilegious!
Uncalled for.
I also appreciate that we're developing various ways to throw every member of the team. And very
Yeah, Echo just yeeted Calamity, and I appreciate
Okay.
that we're having this circle of
So-
yeeting.
What conditions do you have, Mark Calamity?
Angry.
Okay, just angry.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh, I gotta choose what my things are, right? Don't I? You can tell me what's happening while I do that.
I choose a condition for you to mark.
Yes.
So let me get my list. So, and you're just angry, so I'm gonna say guilty, because even though you're angry, I think there's as you come crashing through this pillar and it starts to collapse around you, you have this like split second of realization that you are causing another serious problem.
Oh man.
So we'll have
This is another PR disaster.
that happen, and as you get knocked through there and knock this man onto his back through a pillar, and he just lays there in all of his pasta glory. He calls up this rain of gnocchi and
Do you have puns?
picks you. Yes.
Do it.
He sends you to the gnocchiatine.
God, that's
And
that's
Oh,
terrible.
boy.
Leave meeting.
Yeah.
that you have a barrage of building on one side and a lot of gnocchi just like just coming, like forming this very strange just guillotine looking thing of pasta, and it just looses the blade, which comes down on the back of your neck. It doesn't really cut anything. It's just like kind of forceful
It's
and
annoying.
soft and squishy. But
She
Yeah,
looks
there's-
confused for a second.
this man says, "No, my dreams of carb loading Halcyon City, what have you done?" But there is
You should eat a steak and go to lift some weights because you seem really cranky.
I'll say for the rest of you, as you watch this building start to collapse, you do hear some screams from inside that there are some civilians who are like the waiters and the chefs who are still in here. So
Are
This
there
building is
plants in the
collapsing.
building?
Elena
Oh,
will
it
try
would,
and
it would just be like
stop
the one floor, like the bottom floor, like the ceiling of that. Well, I don't know how many floors this is, but like, I mean, in
It's a ceiling collapse.
We'll try and stop
Also,
the
like,
ceiling
then-
collapse so people can escape.
Okay.
escape.
Roll
Escape.
to defend someone.
Oh, I have a high savior. How did that? Oh, somebody shifted my labels. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got skewed.
I am angry and afraid. Does that impact anything I'm doing? No, it does not.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, that's cocked. Okay. 8, 9, 10.
Okay. So on a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. You can add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
I will clear a condition. I am no longer afraid.
We forgot to do my 2 things too, though. So I would have created an opportunity for my allies and impress, surprise, or frightened them. Your choice.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say with that, the pasta choli is pinned in this building as the roof starts to cave in. And Elena swoops in and keeps keeps the ceiling from caving in, so it's just held into place. With the pasta choli is effectively pinned by Calamity. What would the rest of you like to do?
Valkyrie will also help with, like, at this point, I'm assuming the front face is wrecked, so I can get the stag in and help drag a bunch of people, or some people out if possible.
Yeah, you can, there's really just some of the workers left, so with Elena holding up the roof and Calamity keeping this man pinned, you can just, like, get in there and start directing them out. It's not like a huge crowd.
A 10 to defend or whatever.
There wasn't an immediate threat, so you didn't even.
I wasn't sure. No. Okay, sorry.
It's good. Yeah, no, you can get in and start clearing people out. But yeah, this portly Italian man is just seems very.
He's Italian? How dare him use pasta
Upsetti
so
spaghetti.
violently.
Upsetti spaghetti.
He's Upsetti spaghetti.
But all the fight has left him, and he's now just mourning loss of his. I don't have any more puns. Mourning.
Oh my god.
The lost Sonya of his plans.
Sylvie's heavily debating summoning something to take care of this man and get him to stop.
God.
You might be able to eat this one because it might be pasta.
You're talking to Sylvie or
the gnocchi that's covering the floor is completely edible. If you want to eat it, you can.
Not eating floor gnocchi.
So Elena is holding up the building. Sylvia's directing people out.
Yep.
And Roxy's pinning this guy.
Yep. He's just throwing a man tantrum.
She also
How
has like
dare
a weird like
a tantrazini
like necklace on. I feel like because he tried to put her in a pasta guillotine.
Pasta chokehold.
Yeah.
God.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah. Leave me.
This man uses pasta to attack people. Can I eat him? Is this okay? He might taste like pasta.
Roxy thinks about it really hard for a while, for like way longer than she should.
He just very sadly like just
Yeah,
some
all
limp
done.
like spaghetti hits you, but it doesn't do it.
Yeah, cooked him past the point of al dente. Buddy, come on.
You know, they say somebody hits like a wet noodle. I don't think this is what they mean.
Now.
It is now.
I feel like by the time Joe's like figured out what he could possibly do, the situation's pretty well handled.
Yeah.
You just see Echo face palming next to you, just like, oh, God. Then she's going to go see if Easy Living needs any help with the building.
Mm-hmm.
I think I should put it down, but
It's it's probably gonna take some extra finesse just getting it all to settle so it doesn't
I
cause
figure,
more damage. But
while she's holding it up, I can use telekinesis to do like spot work to try and
sure.
keep it up long
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
so people can come and fix it.
You can very carefully work on that. And
Are
eventually,
there-
like, you hear sirens in the distance as the cops come to collect
oh no,
the...
oh no, oh no.
Are there any like plants in this restaurant that I can also potentially grow to like help shore up in certain areas?
Sure, there's like some of those
Like ficus trees.
decorative trees in the corners.
It becomes like a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
This place got busted up by superheroes and now it's full of plants that look fucking sick.
That may or may not be
oh
glowing.
no, oh no.
So yeah, you can just like grow these trees. So now it's like one of those like cool attractions where it's like the building was built around the tree. Oh my god.
God.
The first Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, there we
Watchdog, could you come here and hold this guy for a hot second? I want to try to put that pillow back together.
Yeah, I'm coming.
She's like very upset like, that she did bad.
I'll come and arm lock the chef and just sort of like sit on top of him, just like,
Thank you.
so, Chef Boyardee not paying enough, or?
Terrible.
Oh gosh.
Chef Boyardee.
That's a
Calamity
good
just
name.
starts scrambling to try to put the pillar back together, and I want to use mind of their own. And with
Ooh.
that, I want to have my powers actually be able to put like the
What?
structural piece back together.
Okay. What do you have to roll for that?
Excuse me?
What do you have to roll for that? Is that freak?
I think it's freak.
What
It just-
book's that from?
I need to remember.
The newborn.
Oh, okay.
Snooze.
Mhm.
So it says your powers evolve and mutate when you're facing an obstacle or threat that your powers would not be able to deal with.
Which one is
Mark a condition to gain brand new abilities adapted to the situation.
Huh.
I just want the ability to do mending. Just
Okay.
just mending.
I believe you get to choose what condition that is. So
Yes, I'm gonna take hopeless because she but like she doesn't realize that she's like doing it
Mhm.
because she's not really cognizant of this happening. She's just
And
like
this-
kind of
I
going
believe
on
this only
instinct.
lasts for the scene, right?
Yes,
You lose
yes,
the powers when the
yeah,
danger is gone.
Yes. Just
Okay.
mending.
So
Fix it.
what does it look like?
She's just like frantically
in
picking
Halcyon
up the
City,
rubble and like stacking it together, but it's like fusing. But she doesn't really realize what she's doing. She's just kind of like blindly trying to fix her mistake. Like,
I'm just imagining
not
a sort
another
of, like,
building.
abstract pillar design where it's like sticking out. It doesn't look like
Yeah,
it's just like all these little pieces sticking out and fused together.
Yes, it's like a weird like puzzle. It looks like weird abstract art now.
Even more of a
But it's
restaurant
functional.
attraction now.
Yep.
Just modern art pillar. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in
Modern art
plants.
cafe. But yeah, I'd say with all of this work, you can stabilize the structural integrity of this building, and then the cops arrive to assess the situation, and they
Calamity
they-
just kind of stands in front of it like she's trying to hide the pillar that she broke because she doesn't realize that like it just feels like she put it together and she doesn't know what's going on. She just like was like, I don't know, frantically like putting the pieces back together.
I don't know if she's looking, but Echo's looking at her very closely. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say, do any of us notice this column just like fuse back together?
yeah,
Calamity
it
does
looks
not.
different.
Sylvie's just like, it's a human thing. It's fine.
Oh my
She's
god.
also more than a little concerned that there are cops here and Calamity is just out in the open, kind of. So I
She's
think,
got a helmet on.
yeah,
You
I
should
do-
get her out of
yeah.
Yeah.
Sylvie
okay.
will make eye contact with Watchdog as kind of a get her out, but also like as a warning before she kind of pheromones herself to like attract attention to like her and walks in the opposite direction of Calamity.
I'm wondering.
He's holding Pastacholi.
I got him.
Yeah.
I am
Hold him with the telekinesis.
I handcuff him.
Oh, that's smart.
Come over to Calamity. Come on, Mouse. Let's get you out of here before they start asking too many questions.
Oh, okay. But I'm in disguise. I got a helmet.
Yeah, come on.
You have a helmet.
Okay, I'd say with all the chaos and
Just
snaps
Snaps the guy's mustache off and puts it on the helmet.
No. Is that a real
God.
mustache?
It's a real mustache,
No,
yeah.
I know.
Not anymore.
You wouldn't actually do
Make my
that.
O lips hurt.
Yeah, right.
Are you sure you're a hero?
She's just really dumb. It's fine.
Oh my god.
I'll say in
Somebody's
the
got to
chaos
do her.
between Watchdog's bulky form getting in front of Roxy, who's much smaller, and sort of like ushering her off in a more subtle direction, and Echo stepping forward, like handcuffing Pastacholi and being like, "Here's your guy."
Look, he broke your window in this table.
And
Look at
You
this
can, like,
amazing
sufficiently, like-
abstract art sculpture.
She does not provide an explanation either way. She just hands him over.
Yeah.
Thanks. What exactly happened here?
He makes pasta, uses it to attack people. See that gnocchi?
He lifts his shoe and there's just like squish gnocchi on the bottom of his shoe. Yeah.
He does that and makes really bad puns.
All right. And the pasta is just like crying in his grip this whole time. And they will just like start walking him out, and then one of the other officers goes off, and some of the civilians that Sylvia had helped out of the building, they're like getting the story from them and questioning them and everything.
I feel like after the really bad puns comment, Valkyrie looks directly at this man is like, you should be ashamed. And nothing else.
Just that. I love it.
Grand Theft Auto, murder, jaywalking.
Yeah.
You missed out on the you missed out on the spaghetti lasso and the rain gatoni. Those were the other
Oh,
two.
no.
Oh, that's terrible. Well,
Oh man, a hottie.
he now finds himself in Fighter's Cheney. So
These are terrible puns.
No.
Yeah, I'd say probably with the distraction, if the rest of you just want to like make an exit from
Yes.
the
Yep.
scene of this, you can.
I will grab
I'm
a
gonna
couple pieces of gnocchi
gorgonzola.
on my way out.
Florky.
We'll try one, see if it's good.
Valkyrie helps like get some of the crushed gnocchi off of Calamity and
I think I got some gnocchi in my helmet. Like,
we'll take care of that shortly when we're not by the cops.
Yeah.
as they're heading out, Echo says to Easy Living, good thinking with the building. You acted quickly, turned out well.
Yeah, sorry.
You don't have to respond. You can just move forward. That's also fine.
Yeah, she just kind of nods. Like, I'm getting very good at holding buildings up.
You are.
I wish it wouldn't happen so often.
Same.
We knocked something else down for a change.
Yeah.
Maybe we could all use a trip to the junkyard to just destroy some things.
A gazebo or a,
Go to one of
statue.
those-
We should really change it.
Yeah,
Destroy
switch it up a
next.
little.
Yeah.
Skyscrapers
Monument.
and buildings are so last issue.
No, I think there's certain political figures building who I wouldn't mind destroying. So
I was going to say the car of a certain council member.
yeah,
Yeah.
we could aim for that in the future with our district tendencies.
I bet
Fill
I
it
could
with
destroy his
pasta.
car and his office all at once. Just throw the
No.
car at the office.
If
Just
that
take the
man
chef and
gets
shake him over the
out,
car until it's full.
that man gets out on like parole or something, we can hire him for a future endeavor.
God.
To fill his car with pasta.
Agree to
Turn
break
it in-
him out for a favor.
Turn it into a manicardi.
Oh, no!
Boo.
Leave the meeting.
Terrible.
Why are you booing me? I'm
I
right.
can only
That killed me.
even anymore.
I've successfully murdered.
I imagine we make our way back to the base.
Unless you want to go somewhere else.
Nah, we need to get the pasta out of Calamity's helmet.
I'd also like to pick up my bike.
We should also do that. I
Yeah.
can, if y'all want to go back to base, I can detour so we can grab the bike from the garage.
Okay, we'll go back to base. Knowing
so-
what's back, potentially
Pick
back
some
at base.
Yoki out of her cutoffs. Like,
But if a Fey person's back, they won't see that I've got the thing you gave me. So hey,
That is true. Forgot I gave you that.
It's fine.
but for the plan for going to the garage, Echo will drop Calamity off in an alleyway a couple blocks away just to avoid tension.
Are you just dropping her off and then
I'm
you're heading back?
waiting. I'm waiting for her to get her bike in case there's any problems. Like, I don't know if it's full of pasta or something.
my bike.
Pasta in
I
the
hope
gas
not.
tank.
Hopefully not.
I
But
would be very
I would need to
upset.
find that guy again and hurt
Angel
him.
hair coming out of the exhaust.
I do kind of
No,
find it
that's not
hilarious that he
okay.
somehow gets away from the cops and starts pranking us by just putting pasta in the car.
I would love
I mean-
to see him try and prank the stag bike, though.
I mean, if he feeds it first.
Maybe.
Does the stag
Don't
bike like
try
pasta?
to put angel hair in that gas tank. Stags
I
don't
don't
react
know.
well
It
to you try
might
to
eat
put-
the pasta, but like also he annoys Sylvie.
Ah,
So
okay. I mean,
might
take the
accept
pasta,
the
then you can
pasta,
bite the guy.
but yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Min-maxing.
So
I like how Roxy just like isn't even phased by the stag just showing up. She's just like, all right, he has a kid.
Everybody's
Shit happens all the
desensitized now.
time. Yeah.
It's just
Uh,
fair.
So Elena, Watchdog, and Sylvia head back to base first. Well, Echo and Calamity get another ride before heading back. So yeah, the three of you can get back to base.
Mhm.
Seems normal.
Yeah. I have no idea that anything's
Just
gone.
Why
exactly
wouldn't
as
it
you
be
left
normal?
Yeah.
it. Exactly
I
as you
don't
left
smell
it.
anything out of place. Just passively.
As
Smells like
as you're
No.
moving around and everything, it seems normal.
there's no place like Gnome.
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Leave meeting.
This is it for me. This is my peak.
Yep. We peaked, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
night.
Olive
It's
Garden.
been fun.
As we're sort of filing back in,
Mhm.
I feel like Watchdog was sort of like gently tap Elena on the shoulder. Hey, Can we talk a second?
Sure.
Sylvie
Listen,
probably goes about her stuff and does not really take notice. So.
Touching the computer.
She's debating it.
I just imagine she's like doing this to the computer.
There's witnesses though right now.
Yeah.
Touch it with there's witnesses.
It's clearly you, whether someone sees it or not.
You
If
have
he
no
smashed
proof.
a good calamity.
Where's your
No
proof?
one else can grow clear crystals out of the keyboard.
Everybody just denies it.
the mouse turned into an actual
In the
mouse.
keyboard.
Echo doesn't even bother to ask. She knows who it is.
But yeah, as we're in like the entrance ramp, I guess, to the base, Watchdog sort of shuffles a little awkwardly. Wanted to apologize about a couple days ago and the whole situation with the building.
That's okay. It's becoming one of my strengths now to hold up buildings.
Guess that's good.
But
Best
no,
news just knocks them down constantly.
yeah, no harm done. Things happen in the heat of the structural integrity damage.
Fair. I don't know, I guess it just must be cool as all being able to do all that.
Sometimes. But it's also scary. Like, what happens if I lose control or it's not something I can control and it takes over me and I destroy the whole city in the blink of an eye? It's not fun to think about.
I would like to pierce the mask on that if I can.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's fair.
Because given what she described about the place that she went to, we have a parallel Joe's drawn there. So, kind of surreptitiously, Joe or Watchdog would be in a bit of a whiff, see if he can't pick up on her emotional state.
Go ahead and roll plus mundane.
Oh no, my mundane's a -1 right now. Will I actually finally fail a roll?
Just roll big.
Roll high.
Doesn't matter if you roll high.
Did you roll a 10 again?
No. I rolled a 7, so I fail by 1.
Yay!
Woo!
Yeah!
Failure.
Good
Mark the
job. You finally got
potential.
a potential.
Yay!
You have no idea
first-
what's going on with Elena.
Well, second, but
Oh, second.
Second potential.
It's okay, Mom. Elena has no idea what's going on with Elena, so we're all in the same boat.
It's fine.
alright. In that case, Watchdog would probably like tentatively rest a hand on her shoulder, see if she's okay with that. So like,
Yeah.
Awkward.
Trust me.
That.
Trust me when I say I get scary powers.
Yeah, being a whole different what's shapeshifter, being a whole shapeshifter. Two very different lives.
Yeah, you can say that again. Suppose we both can hurt people if we wanted to, but I mean, I know we haven't been working together long, but seems to me like you've got this pretty well in hand, if you don't mind me saying.
I'm trying very hard to keep it in hand.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Just, want to say I'm sorry. It's about a line.
It's okay. there are no hard feelings, and I did not tell Valkyrie or Calamity because they're scary sometimes.
I mean, yeah, but also Calamity was the one who kind of called me out on my shit.
Oh, well. Then they know more than I thought.
Valkyrie
It's
still
like
has
the evil
no
figure
idea.
pyramid thing, but she's not doing anything malicious. Maybe.
Sucks for you, bro.
But you know, if you could
Yes.
not tell Sylvia, she freaks me out.
I love it.
I would say she's harmless, but I understand.
She's not.
So far from harmless.
The opposite.
There may be specialty
Harmful.
mulch in your garden at the small estate, so
I just imagine she like grows flowers that like have teeth in them and gives them to people she doesn't like.
Straight up.
Oh, what a nice
What's
flower.
this?
That's how Audrey 2 got its start.
Yes.
She didn't come from space.
Sylvia was the inspiration for Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
Yes. AKA any store that Sylvia walks into after
The
she
toy,
leaves it.
yeah. Well, they have to shut down the toy store after she goes in there. It's bad.
That's how we got our Toy Story sequels.
That's how all the dolls started like in unison sitting up and
Yeah, there we
like,
go.
Oh my god.
looking.
But as Joe sort of pulls his hand away, he'll just say, I mean, I don't know how I could help with what you've got going on, but, you know, if I can, let me know, I guess.
Practice, I think. But I think we all could use some practice.
Yeah. Guess we all need to be in the same room for a while for that to happen, huh?
We all have to stop disappearing, or no, that
Taking
pretty much
off
covers
before
it.
pretty
Disappearing
much
off of
covers-
bicycles, motorcycles, disappearing after arrests.
Oh. Kind of hit the nail on the head with 2 different lives. I ain't always this pretty.
You could talk to Tony. He has lots of hair, and he grooms it pretty well. Or some of his friends are nicely groomed as well.
Misses the point by a mile.
Yeah.
Weird, they
I
all
love
have
it.
really great hair.
It's so
I
weird.
wonder
It's
what
so tall.
conditioner they use.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know how you feel about talking to somebody like me.
Talks to us. Well, actually, when Valkyrie's there, he just kind of stares with his mouth open. But
Yeah. She's got that effect.
I hadn't noticed.
You have sterner stuff than me. Come on, let's go get cleaned up. I think there's still some flour on some of us.
Definitely gnocchi in my helmet and
Covered
in
in
my
spilled
pocket.
Bit of pasta.
She like turns out her pockets and there's gnocchi.
Yeah.
pasta sauce everywhere.
Yeah.
Not
Sylvie
getting
has
this
definitely-
tomato out. Just gonna burn this.
Sylvia's definitely gone upstairs to shower because she doesn't like the feeling of sticky pasta on her.
Cold sticky pasta.
Yes.
Cold. Ugh.
Ugh.
That's the first.
That's
Yeah.
no probably accumulated dirt because we were driving through the city and all of that fun
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. As you break to get cleaned up and Calamity and Echo head back to the base. I think that's a good spot to take a break.
Mhm.
All right.
Be back here in a little bit.
Calamity, that car's got a license plate on it. You might want to lose it.
All right. She just rips the license plates off her car.
Well, that's one way to solve that.
It is a solution. Is it a good solution? Probably not. It's a solution, though.
I was gonna recommend we take the bikes rather than the car, but sure.
It's just like holding the whole fender.
Reattach that later.
Since
I can put it
bikes
back
are a
on
little
later.
bit more maneuverable, and yeah.
All
Dealer's
right.
choice, though. I'm taking the bike.
That's
Someone
fine.
wants to ride with me, you're welcome to. Call Hecate. Tell her it's code Charybdis.
I'm imagining Watch Dogs just looking at like,
Watch Dogs just hauled himself over the side of the rooftop.
That's amazing.
What you probably see is Echo like hands on this lady's shoulders, staring into her eyes, which are not seeing anything, and just like focusing. And the wind is kind of like there's wind against wind, so it's like weird as hell, but nothing's getting thrown.
all right.
Wind against wind, I'm imagining bolts of lightning coming down and like other bolts of lightning crashing into them, so they're just like connecting.
Just like forming
This
arc
is
lightning
so
in the
bad.
air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
so
definitely
bad.
trying to avoid getting hit by any of that.
It's fairly well, yeah, there's probably some ricochet, but a lot of it is like two storms literally fighting each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, do I have a comm frequency for Hecate? I don't know. How
I
often
assume
do
we all
talk to
do
her?
in case
Probably
of
would.
emergencies.
I
Yeah.
think you've probably given us an emergency one that's like only use this when you're not.
Yeah,
Don't
do this
piss
if you
her
think
off.
you're gonna die.
Just yell
Sylvie,
Charybdis.
I mean you. Do not just bug Hecate.
But Hecate, I have questions. I need them answered.
I mean,
You know,
whether you
I'm-
actually do it is up to you. That's just what Echo shouts.
My comm gets turned off.
Nope. Yeah. At this point, Watchdog is like partially deep fried by lightning.
His little hairs are standing on end.
Oh yeah.
Nice
Um,
fire roasted hot dog.
Oof.
Oh.
Probably hauls himself onto the roof and just like slaps his communicator on and just like punches it on to Hecate's channel. Message from Echo. Code Caribbean or something. I don't know. Help needed.
You hear a scream in the distance. Oh my god!
So, are Roxy and Cynthia just going to be going straight back to the base after the bike is collected, or are you doing anything
Yep.
before you get there?
That was
Well,
my plan.
Calamity, before she walks in, she's like just ditching the cutoffs in the t-shirt. She's just like, ugh, there's gnocchi and everything. Just like
Yes.
on the way in, like in the garbage can.
Like on the way into the base or into
Yeah.
the shop?
No, her brother doesn't need to see all that.
So you
Oh
so
God!
instead you're gonna show it to the rest of the team.
It's just the friendly stripping episode. It's fine.
Okay.
It's
If you
casual
don't-
stripping. It's
if
not.
you don't think Sylvia just randomly walks around the base in like debatable levels of clothing.
Just leaves in like strategically
In
placed
that-
leaves.
Yeah.
The clothing is having a debate with itself.
I suddenly feel like Watchdog might be walking around with a newspaper just in case.
Yeah.
Blinders.
Cynthia's just like looking good.
She walks straight into the heck out of that. She's wearing pasta and underclothes.
Oh, boy.
I want now to be when Hecate walks in.
Oh my god. Yeah, Cynthia goes in
There's
after her.
shenanigans. She just walks back out. She
Oh my
walks
God.
in and walks back out.
Like, no.
Just
I don't want
Sylvia
to
walks
just, like,
out of the shower.
definitely calls Cynthia and is like, is it all clear?
No.
Is this team building exercise? What are you guys doing?
You just missed the orgy.
Sylvia would definitely just walk out of the shower and be like, "Hi, mom," and then walk away.
I love it.
Body
Okay.
positivity. We're just comfortable.
Well,
Okay.
that happened.
You can get cleaned up at your leisure.
Goes into the hazmat shower. Then comes out.
Watchdog hides in a corner.
Yeah, he's like just looking in the corner. My
Tell me when you're decent.
eyeball.
When I'm clear.
It takes the very noticeable, like, single corner that isn't covered in glitter right now on top of everything.
There's glitter and gnocchi everywhere. No.
God.
It's been a party. She'll go upstairs and get changed, and then she'll come back.
Yeah.
down. Like some
Okay.
soft like cotton pants and like a t-shirt.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Oh, Cleo, what?
Clear up.
You're a clear, Watchdog, don't worry.
Did you get all the gnocchi out of your fur?
Yeah, I
Is
didn't
that what
get
you're clear of?
too hard. I'm fine.
Okay.
Did save a little bit though.
Don't eat that. That's
Matt,
gross.
get on the floor.
We're all just stop. Like,
Don't do
leave it.
Drop it. Drop it.
Leave it.
Somebody's like, I'm not watching this.
No biscuits for you.
Is it any good?
It's cold gnocchi,
Tastes like werewolf.
so there's probably some dirt or something. It's not.
It's got glitter on it.
It might be okay if it was fresh, but it's been through a lot.
Bad
I
idea.
told you not to do that.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Drop it. No.
Oh man.
All right. So, what are we doing with our two fugitives then? Are we just waiting for them, or Can we
I
reach
think
out to them?
they're supposed
We
to call
can,
us.
yes. In theory, we're waiting for them. If they don't contact us and they show up on the news, then we go make it our problem.
Yeah, because if they just like get out of town and like don't do anything else, then I don't care. It's fine. I think Rampage still has my jacket though. Oh well. Ah well, it's all good.
I don't think she has your jacket. You gave her some coveralls.
Oh, okay.
Are
I think
the
I put my jacket on
coveralls-
her originally, but like, I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. Are the coveralls in the stag saddlebags? Because she did have the stag for a while.
No, the coveralls are not in the stag saddlebags.
Never mind.
I mean, if she gave you the coveralls back, she would be left with some pretty shredded clothes.
I don't know. I didn't know where we sent her exactly. So if
I
she
guess
sent
we
a
could-
pair of clothes or
we
not.
could just have the stag find it again,
Mhm.
or the bike.
Well, in that case, y'all have got me for the rest of the day if we want to, I don't know, do a team thing.
All right, everybody, get your drums out. We're gonna do the drum circle.
No.
She's joking. She's joking because Watchdog's never there for the team meetings.
Grab your bongos. Casual
Everybody
bongo
get your
night.
bongos.
Well, we have a few options. Our last few missions went better than they could have. We could do a debriefing at some point.
I just did that in the shower.
Oh, no.
Uh,
Okay. We could go do some training. We have an afternoon and a night. Or until shit goes down.
The junkyard,
I mean,
or should
let's
we
start
just
working on some stuff.
eat each other here?
Eat?
Yeet, like throw each
Ah. That makes more sense, yes.
other.
We're getting real close.
My God.
this ain't the kind of roleplay I signed up for, I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Bro.
Seconded on that point.
And that's all. Fade to black.
Leave meeting.
Watchdog's
Y'all
like,
gonna make me
what
fill
do
this
you
thing with vodka one of these days.
I don't know.
Maybe if Sylvie has her way, but until then.
God.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the reason that Sylvie doesn't run the team meetings.
One of multiple reasons Sylvie doesn't get to run team meetings.
Well, not a full team meeting, but for now, may have noticed that at the end of our various excursions, usually Watchdog has to head out early. Usually,
yeah, I
that's
did
because,
notice that. Looks at
there's been some
Watchdog.
tension over this, so I felt like we should talk about it.
It's time for talking.
It's time for talking.
I feel like you don't care about the team when you take off early before the team meetings or the debriefings. I also feel like you are very critical of Cynthia's team leadership for somebody who doesn't show up to the team meetings and the debriefings.
That's me. That's just me, not in character.
I also felt pretty angry when you yelled at Elena.
There is a very blatant glare.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just said that in front of Sylvie. I kind of feel like there's a moment where Joe's just like,
Also, you threatened to throw me off a building, and that wasn't very nice.
You hear the revving of a bike in the distance.
The bike starts growling. And like, if you're having a bad day, that's a you problem, and you can't make that everybody else's problem, please.
Okay, that was a lot.
yeah.
I said
Let's,
we were talking about our feelings, so I used my iMessages, like Grandpa Les said to do.
Thank you, Calamity. Maybe we should give Watchdog a chance to think that through or respond.
Okay. Like glances over his shoulder at Sylvie.
Sylvia's just like sitting there tapping her foot and
Waiting.
Yes.
Elena's just waiting for Sylvia to do something. She's just staring at her like, oh no.
I need snacks because I need popcorn right now.
Okay. Let's try go through this one thing at a time.
Sure.
First of all, me leaving. I don't think it's too hard to guess. I've got more going on than the team on a given day.
I work like 8 hours a day, dude.
Yeah.
I got like a full-time job and everything.
Yeah, but your job knows about all this, right?
Well, yeah, that's because my brother owns it.
Yeah, my job doesn't know about this.
Well, maybe you should tell them and it would make your life easier.
That doesn't make everyone's lives easier.
Oh, it made my life a lot easier.
That's fair, but everybody's contexts are different.
Okay. I don't know what your context is because I don't know what your job is.
Yeah, it's probably for the best if you don't know.
Why?
Some people like to keep their mundane identity a secret.
People knowing what we do can be dangerous for the people that we love sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
those that we work with need to be kept safe from the secrets of our own past.
Oh, okay.
But if a watchdog in his normal life has a very nice family, we wouldn't want the family to get hurt just for something that we've done.
I got a very nice family too.
Yes,
you do.
And they're very good at protecting themselves.
Yeah.
Mama DeMarco's got pepper spray hidden in the fucking cannolis.
She's got a shotgun in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
She doesn't need a shotgun.
It's
It's like
like-
a rolling pin.
It's like Master of Disguise when the
She's got like
mom
nunchuck
gets
rolling
kidnapped.
pins.
She starts hitting them with rolling pins.
She has one rolling pin and then like turns it and pulls it apart, and there's just this chain in the middle.
Nunchucks. That's what I imagine. She's got like all these secret kitchen gadgets that double as weapons.
Like pulls out like a cutting knife, clicks a button on it, it becomes a sword.
Pulls out a wooden spoon and then unsheaths like a long dagger.
But yeah, Joe.
Okay, you're private. I get it. All right. So you have other responsibilities. So it sounds like you're having some trouble managing your time effectively. That's what Grandpa Les would say.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong there. This whole team thing's new to me. I'm used to being a solo act.
Oh, so you're not really a team player, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, it's just y'all are different than other teams I've worked with, I guess.
Oh.
You've worked with multiple teams.
Yeah. I mean, guess I can say it's part of my job.
Well, okay, so teamwork is a challenge for you with us for some reason because we're different. Is that what I'm hearing?
Learning to work with a team, especially a team like ours that doesn't have a cohesive power set, can be a little difficult.
Cohesive power.
I guess you're kind of right. I'm used to, normal people.
Oh, what's like a normal person like?
Somebody who can't fly or bench press a building.
You know,
or
I
something.
couldn't always do all this stuff. I was a normal person at one point in my life.
Sylvie takes notes on normal people.
Cannot fly or bench press a building.
Heading normal people? Question mark. What are they? Philosophical question. What can they actually do?
Sylvie is terrible at her job, guys. It's fine.
I love this though. It's excellent.
It's amazing. I love it.
I mean, I'm not trying to say I don't think I can't work with all of you. I'm just saying I'm still figuring it out.
Okay. Maybe we could help. What is the parts that you're struggling with?
Well, I think Echo, you probably already talked with him about a playbook, right?
Briefly, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like if we had a better idea of what we knew we were doing out there, it might help coordinate things. But
so like we should define our roles or something?
Oh. I mean, what we can do kind of already does that, don't it?
A little, but it sometimes
Sorta.
helps to have things clarified.
But I'm like, Echo can like imitate any of our powers, so then we would have like two of the same power, or she might have the telekinesis and the telephonesis.
Oh, you mean the mind talking thing?
Yeah, the telephonesis.
I
Telepathy.
don't think it's called that.
It would make more sense to be a telephonesis because it's like calling somebody in your brain.
It existed before telephones.
It would make much more sense.
Yeah.
It predates telephones.
Oh.
It does, and fairies can have telekinesis. They can't have telephone.
What if they did telekinesis with a telephone?
I think that's just calling someone.
Oh.
The DM is face palming.
All right.
All right.
Anyways, getting back on topic.
Things we have worked out. If you want to talk roles in the field, some power sets are better for things than other power sets. For example, collapsing building. Easy Living's getting really good at keeping them up. That's a huge range of area that her power set is very well suited to cover. As we train and learn more uses for your power set, that can expand.
Mm-hmm.
Calamity, you did something really interesting today.
I did?
Yeah.
I mean, I did do a really cool dive off the bike, but I think I didn't stick the landing quite right because I hit that pillar.
The pillar.
And that was a problem because then the building started to like get all like unstable again.
So yes, but also you reformed the pillar, and I didn't know you could do that.
What? I just like was putting it back together because like I broke it and
the pieces fused together.
Oh,
like
I thought that was Elena. Elena didn't do that.
I cannot fuse things. Well, that's another.
We can
another
practice
day.
it.
Oh, okay.
So that's something we might want to work on with your power set if it's developing new things.
I don't know. I was just trying to put it back
Have you been
together
in
so
any
the building
contact
didn't fall.
with anything from Valkyrie's closet lately?
Oh, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I sleepwalk, so I could have. It's a possibility.
I mean, the blankets and the pillows were by my closet.
Yeah, there was the blankets and the pillows that we took a nap with, so maybe that like just gave me a temporary weird face.
Or in contact with
or maybe
anything from outer space, like space rocks.
Like Elena? No. She doesn't say that. Not that I know of, maybe. I mean, I do pick up rocks sometimes and throw them in the heat of battle, but I don't think I picked up any rocks recently. I don't. Normally, I just do strong person stuff, and then like I can jump really far, and
we can let's put a pin in it for now. Then
I can heal really fast.
If it happens again, something strange, we'll take note of it.
Okay. I don't really know. I was just really like freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so guilty because I broke another building, and like I did that last week, and that was not, well, early in the week. And then there was like, I got accused of breaking buildings, and it's like, there's just broken buildings all the time, and it's probably very expensive for the city.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it, but for now, your power set, as we understand it, seems to be best suited towards attacking, suppressing the enemies we're facing.
Yeah. Yeah, like punching things, or like tackling things, or like holding things down, or throwing things at their head so that they get knocked out.
Yeah. And if your power set is expanding, we'll deal with that.
Yeah, okay. That's a little scary because I just got used to having super strength.
I know. It can be frightening.
Okay.
And new powers are sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah, like what if I fuse stuff that isn't supposed to be fused together? Like my fist to somebody's face. That'd be terrible.
Hopefully that's not an option here. We'll figure it out if it is, though.
Okay. All right.
Believe me, I know about trying to use powers that you don't understand.
Yeah, maybe you could help me, because you always have to learn new stuff, because
we can practice.
Okay.
Valkyrie's powers are more immediately diverse. That seaweed thing was still really cool.
Yeah, that was so neat. It was like, oh, Elena, you didn't get to see it. It was so cool. She made like the ocean all glow, like cool, like iridescent, like pink and purple and blue and green. And
there's going to be a tidal wave, and
there
Yeah.
is a problem with hiding such power after a display like that. I am
also
not
true.
The most stealthy of combatants when it comes to that aspect of my powers.
That said, I think in an emergency that was the right call.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was either that or the city was going to be like destroyed, and I didn't know what to do because super strength obviously can't hold back a tidal wave. I mean, I could have probably grabbed something like really big and tried to like block a small portion of it or something, but I don't really think I'm very effective in that situation.
Sometimes the strength is in knowing who's best suited for the situation and letting them do their job.
Yeah, that's why I just let Valkyrie, and like I was like, well, maybe Echo can help somehow. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to knock this lady out because that's what I'm good at.
And last but certainly not least, Watchdog. You're fast, you're agile, you can get in and out quickly, and you're pretty fair hand in a fight. You gotta, I'm sure you know this, but keep an eye on getting backed into corners.
Yeah.
I
mean,
you're also really good at smelling stuff.
That's true.
Yes.
Tracking.
And I think your hearing might be better than mine.
You know,
I don't hear better than a normal person.
You know how to take charge of a situation when it calls for it.
Yeah.
I really like how your hair stands on end when you get electrocuted, though. That was funny. You looked a little bit like poofy, like one of those poofy dogs that, like, you know, the little ones that like are poofy. It was very cute.
Anyway, ground rules. Why do we do what we do? It's a question for all of you.
Because we can.
Those are two different responses. Fair. We've got to help people. We've got because we can.
Well, yeah, like a normal person couldn't probably take out the weather lady. Tempest, that's her name. Or like if somebody had to go head to head with Rampage, a normal person probably can't do that because she'd just smash him into the ground.
But why you? Why do you do this? There are other superpowered people in the city.
Well, like one day we were just doing that. And then we were just doing that.
Okay, fair. Easy living? Valkyrie? She asks nervously.
Valkyrie will look directly at you and say, because if I keep on helping people and helping you, I get to stay with the team. With my team.
Oh.
We love you.
Help people.
Okay.
It seems the only best way to do it. Like we have these powers. We could go run amok like Rampage or Tempest. Or we could die and do some good with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, we're all motivated to either help other people or each other.
Yeah.
I think in that, we at least have a bit of unity. Even if our power sets are really different. We have a common cause. We work together as a team and for the most part seem to like each other. I like all of you. Can't speak for your personal relationships.
Tries not to look at Watchdog.
You two are going to be working this out.
Otherwise, Natalie will have to make a very big shirt.
Honestly, I'm tempted for her to do that anyways. Because it'd be funny.
Yes.
Hang on,
It will just be like Watchdog walking around with like one of those like kid the backpacks where you put the children in them. Like Calamity's just like hanging off the back.
Oh my god. Yes.
Sylvie has been pacified for now because Elena did say it got worked out at one point.
Mm-hmm.
She is still kind of glaring at Watchdog, but
that was the first thing she said. We worked it out.
What about you trying to throw me off a roof?
That said,
would you get hurt if we threw you off a roof?
Probably not.
I
mean, it would not feel great, but like I bounce back from it.
I'd like for us to make a commitment here that when we have conflicts in the field that don't directly pertain to something happening with the situation or with us and a villain, we save it for discussion after. Arguing in front of our enemies is not a good look, and it's a good way for them to exploit weaknesses in the team.
That's fair.
They can use that against you, and it's better to resolve these things when it's just us away from any potential threats.
Okay.
That said, that doesn't mean bottle it up and don't talk about it. That just means save it for the appropriate situation. Sometimes things need to be said in the field. Sometimes things don't. Does that work for everybody?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's something to work on, but we're all learning. And we're doing okay. Does anybody have any things they'd like to bring up while we're all here?
No,
and in discussion mode?
I have my I think I had a pretty concise list that I already shared.
Fair.
Sure.
Also, Elena, can you not leave me anymore? That was very scary for me. I know you probably didn't mean to, but that was scary.
I will try.
Also, your butler, Bertram, definitely scares me.
What's wrong with Bertram? He's very effective at his job.
He is. He is very effective at his
Yes.
job.
Also, he like made me drink tea and get in the car and like, I don't know. It was very scary.
Bertram served tea. It was super
The-
effective.
Tea was scary.
Look,
He has
you
an
had to
air
be
about him.
Yeah.
He reminds
Sylvie.
me of some of your family members, to be honest.
Ma Butler.
Vibe.
That's true. My Uncle Pete can be very scary.
Your Uncle Pete. It's fine.
Not biological. We just call him Uncle.
Oh my god.
Sometimes he's got a machete and that makes people nervous.
It would, yes.
He said
It's a
it's for
normal
gardening.
reaction.
He said it's for gardening, though. It's fine.
Yeah. No, he showed
Sure.
me. We've discussed gardening tips. It's fine.
Bye.
He knows a great fertilizer recipe.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we've exchanged recipes several times.
Oh my god. Terrible.
Anyways. Anything else you need to say, Watchdog?
Not anyone else, just him specifically.
Well, I mean, probably somebody else has something to say too.
I mean, I've got some experience, like putting people where they're best suited. If y'all don't mind, I guess I could try it with all of us. See what I can think up.
If you like, I have no objections.
Yeah.
But that's up to everybody.
That sounds like a good idea. I would like to practice catching at some point, because we've been talking a lot about throwing each other, and I think it
Ooh.
might be very good if we have a way to stop
the
from
momentum.
stop.
Would you like to catch me?
Whoa.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
I think that would be fun.
It might be better to think of it less as catching and more slowing somebody down. Hard stops are generally pretty bad.
But if you mess it up, I can just heal. It'll be fine.
Not all of us can just heal.
Yeah.
Right, but that's why I'm a good practice person for that job. That would be a good role for me because the damage will
Deceleration.
probably not be permanent.
That can be something we work on next time. Deceleration.
Sounds like a
Hey.
junkyard trip.
Be able to help.
I also want you to
Whip.
crush something like a grape because I really liked that imagery of you crushing the mean guy's head with a grape. Not that I think that it's okay to do that. I'm just saying that sometimes I
Yeah.
like to
We'll
think
get a
about
watermelon
crushing
for
mean guys'
tomorrow
heads.
for snack.
Like, yeah, right.
I may be able to help with the healing aspect as well going forward, though
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how that aspect of my ability quite works as of this moment.
We can practice that too then.
You've got new powers too?
Mhm.
Remember when I shocked you briefly?
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, they made your hair really puffy and it was kind of
I
cute.
thought it was just the discharge from getting hit by lightning.
No, before that, after Rampage and that whole situation.
Oh.
Can't you heal on your own?
Yeah, but he was looking kind of tired. I thought a jolt of energy might help.
So you can just do that.
Sometimes.
It's a little more complicated than that. I need to draw from my surroundings in order to do so, or from myself or another being.
Oh.
From what
Okay.
I've been able to discern.
Watchdog kind of like looks at Echo. Is this just a thing when you work on a superhero team? Get new powers?
Sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we
I mean-
evolve, don't we? Like, that's what I learned in science classes. Humans evolve.
Evolution
I-
takes place over millions of years.
Oh,
Normally
I
it
maybe
takes-
forgot to read that part of the chapter.
Also, I don't think Valkyrie's human.
Well,
Also that.
right. So her evolution might be a lot faster than a human.
Oh boy.
I don't necessarily follow science as the world understands it.
Isn't science and magic just basically the same thing, different method?
Seems like it to me.
There's some gray area. Echo and I are kind of trying to figure out where that gray area actually starts and ends.
Okay.
It's fun.
Just like grabs crackers and peanut butter and starts snacking. Like,
Is it Watch
whatever.
Dogs peanut butter?
Yeah.
Oh no.
She will offer him some of his
His
own
own
peanut
peanut
butter.
I was about to make the comment of, wasn't there more of that? Did you eat my peanut butter?
Maybe.
Because you did in like session 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was mad at you for some reason.
Take
How
your
about,
pick.
how about this? We make the junkyard thing a team thing, but separate. You two can work out your thing.
Does
And
that
we'll
mean I
be-
get to throw you really far?
Only if he says you can.
Consent.
Sophie writes consent again in her notebook.
Yes.
Under the human mating rituals.
God. Well,
For the
you're
record, you don't have that consent right now. Don't
To
throw me,
throw
please.
you?
No, do not
Oh.
throw me.
Okay.
While you two are working out stress, aggression, the rest of us can practice some of the finer points of our abilities.
Okay.
Right.
So that's going to be catching and perhaps other deceleration, other applications of your powers, easy living. And you express an interest in fine-tuning your healing ability, Valkyrie. So we can work on
might
that.
be on the side of perhaps best with the two that can currently heal and are potentially duking it out a little bit.
I feel like they'll be nearby, so
Yeah.
you want to practice for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make sure they have the space to duke it out. And then
Yes.
heal them.
I'll stay out of the danger zone.
I guess I don't really know where your abilities start and end. So, like, you're probably going to have to tell me what's okay and what's not okay for practice. Like, is it okay to throw a car at you?
I don't think you can just.
I mean, I think I'd ultimately be okay, but I feel like that hurt like hell.
Okay. Maybe you could practice dodging the car.
That I can do.
Okay.
Dive, duck, and dodge.
You can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball.
I've dodged bullets before, so I don't think a car should be that hard to avoid.
Sure. Okay. But, like, yeah, like, I don't know. Can you throw a car? Because maybe I could practice catching the car.
I can always make the
Or
car
like
lighter.
if I punch you really hard, no holds barred, are you gonna break?
Yeah, what? I'm not that
I don't
much,
know what your limits are.
I'm not that much tougher, Mouse. If you punch me like that, you're probably gonna take off a limb.
Will it grow
You seem
back?
to attach.
Watchdog kind of like opens his mouth to respond and then kind of goes,
This is an interesting theory. I like
There's
the way you're
like some
thinking right now.
mythology in animals. You put the limb back and it just reattaches itself.
Yeah, or like like geckos
or grows
when
back.
I went to Florida, I picked them up by the tail, and then the tail came off. But my mom told me it was okay because the tail grows back.
That's a fear thing. They don't like that, so they
Yeah.
shed the thing that you're touching.
Right.
Do you all want me to show up to training with healing abilities? Because I can do that.
Please.
Might be a good idea to have that as
what
a
are the
backup.
limits to his abilities? Like if his arm accidentally gets ripped off.
How do you accidentally rip off an arm?
I'm beginning to think it might not be an accident.
I'm
Same
just
way
saying,
someone accidentally runs
this is
into a knife.
hypothetical situations. I'm
You
not
ran
saying
into
I'm going to
my
throw
knife
off his...
10
I'm not going to
times.
rip off his arm and hit him in the face with it. That would be barbaric.
God.
That's oddly specific.
I am the more I listen to this, the more I don't think you two should be left alone unsupervised.
Thank you.
Okay, this is just team training as a whole now. I don't know
Okay.
where you're going with that.
I
Calamity,
mean,
please
I'm
don't
just...
rip anyone's limbs up and beat them with them.
I'll try really hard not to, but if there's like a lizard man, I might rip his tail off and hit him with it.
Well,
That's different.
why would there be a
Sylvia
lizard
may or
man?
may not have passed.
This isn't the first time there's
You
been
saw
a
the
lizard,
lizard
man.
man.
Yeah, we've seen the lizard
We
man.
with the
He
first
escaped
person
from
we
the
fought
factory.
together was a lizard
Isn't he
man.
in jail?
Well, yeah, but then I let him out on accident.
Huh?
What?
Oh. So when I broke out of the hairspray factory, there was some weird things in there. And
No,
maybe
he got
No,
he got arrested after we handcuffed him and beat him up. Not in that order.
First we handcuffed
Give me a
him,
second.
then we beat him up because police brutality.
Is it considered police brutality if you're not cops?
No, then I think it's just regular brutality.
I was
Valkyrie
about to say, I
looks
think it's
an
just
assault.
assault.
yeah. Valkyrie looks very concerned over at Echo and is like, is the order important?
Yes.
I love Valkyrie so much.
It's
You're
not
supposed to
it's
beat
not,
them, then put the cuffs on.
It's not fair game if they can't fight back.
Fair. But when do I have what? I'm not.
Okay, but like
I don't.
hypothetically, what if there's a guy who can control people's minds and I have to rip his head off to get him to stop controlling minds and hurting people?
That is murder.
Is it murder though if he's trying to have other people murder
That-
me?
It's very
that's
much
murder.
so murder.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to be sure
But
about
is
the
it
definitions
justified,
of these
though?
things.
But-
I would
Does this
argue
fall
it's
under
justified.
self-defense?
It is.
It's for the greater good.
You could
The
knock
greater
him out.
good.
There's
Yeah, but like, what do you do with him after, like,
I'm the
he
greatest
comes to?
good.
He's just going to
You're
control
never
more
gonna get-
minds and hurt more people.
Calamity.
Okay.
There are many, many terrible things that have been justified for the greater good.
That's true.
It's a slippery slope.
Right. It's like believing that all people are bad because they do bad things.
Exactly.
I feel like that was a little targeted.
Oh, is that in character?
Yeah.
Because out of character was like, yes, it was.
Look, regarding the whole situation with them, I don't think it was smart letting them leave, but I get that they've gone through shit.
Uh-huh.
If it goes wrong, then I own that. It was my call. I understand that. I'm not expecting you to change your entire moral compass to accommodate my decision making.
I mean, Elena, are you down for letting them go?
We have to kind of fill her in on what happened. So,
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
you were there
Yeah,
for the part where Rampage
I
kind of
remember
was...
we caught her and we were all going to meet at the junkyard to
Oh.
talk about what to do next.
Yeah. We had a good conversation and some lasagna. and we talked about the ways in which you can get things done. And
Lasagna?
yeah,
Where'd you get the lasagna?
from the fridge, obviously.
Roxy brought Rampage back to her business.
Oh, well, I thought she needed to clean up and get like
Oh
a
my
change of
God.
coveralls
You
and
can't do that with apprehended
You
persons.
Roxy, this
But
is
she
one
was
of the
really
reasons.
nice to me.
This is one of the reasons why Watchdog doesn't want you to know who he is.
Oh.
This is
Yeah.
why we keep mostly secret lives.
Oh, okay.
Protect, like, you wouldn't want Tony to get hurt. He's very frail.
Tony doesn't look very frail. He's really
But
bulked up in the last like year, 2.
Yeah, it's very
But
weird.
let's
It's
say
really
Ra-
ever since he started hanging out with this guy Joe.
let's
I think
say
they're bodybuilding
Rampage was
together.
nice to you, but had bad intentions. She could know where you live, and since she could know where you work, and because she knows where you work, she knows you
could
work with Tony. And
kidnap
she could
Betty
hurt.
Crocker.
She could kidnap Betty Crocker. She could hurt Tony if she wanted to do that to get to you.
She could poison your lasagna. Throw
That's
out
true.
all your garlic
Ooh,
bread.
I wonder if I'm vulnerable. I wonder if
Susceptible?
poison would hurt me.
Not the question.
Not the point here.
Sorry, I'm just. Anyways, yeah, but like she seemed like she was just like hurt and angry, and I didn't do anything bad to her, so she wasn't hurt and angry at me.
I'm just using
Calamity-
her as an example.
Okay.
Calamity, you know how I pretend to be nice to certain individuals that we don't like sometimes, with pheromones and
You
fancy
do
clothing.
smell really nice sometimes, and people really like you after
Yeah.
that.
And you know how they tend to like me after that because they believe I like them.
Yeah.
There are other people who also use similar methodology.
But it's
to
not
convince
everybody.
you.
I just know that Rampage wasn't a bad person.
Well, what do you do if one of your judgment calls is not correct?
That will probably be bad.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure that I was right about Rampage.
But what happens if this happens again and you're wrong?
Oh, well, that will be bad, and you're right. Maybe I should be a little more careful.
I'm just saying, it puts your family at risk. It puts us at risk.
Yeah. Uncle Pete doesn't like when people threaten my family.
No.
That's why we love Uncle Pete.
Yeah.
But
Spike really
He
likes
scares
Uncle Pete.
everyone.
the kind of people who might look at where you work and then follow you to where you live, see that you live with me, the kind of people who would come after me are the kind of people who would make Uncle Pete shit his pants, quite frankly.
That's really scary. Is Bertram one of those people? He knows where we live.
Bertram is not one of those people. You just had a very weird experience with him.
All right. Anyways, okay, so what's next steps? Does anybody else have anything that they need to talk about?
Oh,
I'll be more
we're still
careful.
catching up with Rampage and the ball gown.
She agreed to do undercover. What was it, that stealthier things?
We talked to Rampage and were able to convince her that there is more than one way to get what she wants. And ultimately what she wants is for what happened to her to not happen to other people. And we were able to convince her that the way to accomplish that most effectively is not by killing the mayor and some scientists.
Yeah,
That's
see,
fair.
she really wants to do good things. She doesn't want bad things to happen to other people. Like
I think she very much wants bad things to happen to the mayor
she
and
was
the
doing bad
scientists.
things to accomplish the good thing that she wanted. So the good thing that she wanted was for that not to have anybody else suffer like she suffered. But like she was going about it and like by doing things like murder, which was not as good. But you know, like, so she's not a bad person because she wanted to do bad things, because really it was like for a good reason, but like also maybe she could have done those things in less bad ways.
I
Does
don't
that
think
sum
there's
it up?
any particular value to labeling her as a good or bad person.
Right.
What happened was the lady in the ball gown, otherwise known as Tempest, went to try and murder a scientist. Rampage helped us attempt to talk her down. We had to fight her, brought her down, saved the scientist's life. Personally, I wouldn't have been too upset if he died. He's a scumbag, but we do good things here. And we let Rampage leave with Tempest so that she could work her shit out, since Tempest didn't seem to be prone to cooperating.
Tempest was a little bit temperamental that day. She might have needed a Snickers or something because she wanted to drown the whole city. That was a little bit much.
What'd you guys actually do with that scientist guy? I left before y'all finished up.
Put him back in his apartment, toss the place.
Yeah.
Like,
made it look
no,
like
we left him on the roof,
burglarized.
but then we tossed his place.
We put him back in.
I thought
You
we
took him
left
back to the apartment.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we put him in his bed and I stole his beer.
That's true.
Okay.
I owe Tony a 6-pack, so.
And now they've agreed to tell us, and then go cause havoc somewhere, so we can show up and prove that Rampage and Calamity are 2 different people.
Yes. And then they're gonna run off and kind of be like more underground stuff. And Cynthia's gonna introduce them to other people who are working underground to stop the corrupt people.
I guess it does solve the one problem of people not liking Calamity. But also, we may have just let 2 dangerous individuals leave.
That's also true.
The bite
also,
does know where they are.
I don't think Rampage just like wants to like indiscriminately hurt people though. I think that Rampage just like wants to get some justice for all the bad stuff that they did to her. And then like also like doesn't want anything bad like that to happen to anybody else.
And being underground might be the best way to do that. So hopefully they stay underground after we chase them off.
Well, hopefully Tempest it is a little more reasonable after a nap and some snacks.
I think that it's likely we'll probably have to put Tempest in jail.
Again.
That's very possible, and I'm okay with that. I just don't feel like Rampage needs to go to jail because Rampage really hasn't done anything except for maybe like break somebody out of jail, which was questionable, but you know, like we don't really have any proof that she's done anything else.
It's sort of we give her one chance, she gives us one chance. Hopefully it works out, and if it doesn't, we deal with it.
I'd rather see Rampage on the side of like good, and like maybe she could become a hero someday.
I don't think that's in her plans.
If not, that's okay too. Sometimes you can just be like a regular person who's super strong. That's fine too. I thought about doing that with my life as well.
You've been trying to say something, Watchdog?
Well, I mean, getting Calamity's name cleared is all well and good, but what about what happened to them? Are we doing anything about that? Can we?
I think we would need more evidence, and then possibly an adult. Or a Valkyrie adult, but someone with
an adult here adult.
Someone
that's
with more
another...
someone.
Weren't we gonna break into the mayor's office and like look through his stuff because you thought he was suspicious?
I'm going to break into the mayor's office because I can do it in a way where I won't get caught.
Okay. Maybe I could like do something fun. Like me and Rampage could play catch in the junkyard and like just to distract people from the mayor's office.
Or we just go at night when there's no one around.
Okay.
I mean, there's nobody really around there right now. I was scoping the place out when I was tracking him down. The place is basically empty.
You were tracking down the mayor?
Rampage. She touched the door, left her scent.
I'd prefer cover of night, personally.
That's fine. We could go tonight.
True.
We should probably go street racing soon, too, just to blow off some steam.
I think tonight I should go home. Otherwise, Bertram might.
You need to check in with your family. And
With tea. Ooh.
To answer your question about
can see the
what
tea
we
here.
can do about this right now, the answer is not much in the immediate sense. Like I said, we need to build a case.
Yeah.
Having someone like Rampage on sides and willing to actually talk about what happened could help. I'm not sure she will, but we need to collect, maybe, we need to collect more evidence. We need to build a case that this court system, corrupt as it is, can't just chew up and spit out.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we could collaborate with her, or like team up, like a team up. And like she could give us some information and point us in the right direction, and then we could go do the stuff.
I think she gave us what she had.
Oh, okay.
It's possible she might have more, but
I think they kind of have to have more. I mean, Tempest had another one of those weird guns. Where are they getting those?
I don't think that came from the scientist. I think that she just did that. Oh, maybe it did come from the scientist. Whoa, what would that gun only, does it only work on leather, or would it amp up anybody's power?
it's a good question. It seemed pretty fine-tuned to her, but we did take the gun.
Yeah, we could experiment.
Hecate can experiment. I'm not letting you near that thing.
Oh.
It seems
you don't
pretty
want me,
dangerous.
a super hyper ultra strong person?
Echo gives her a junior science kit.
I can make fake
like the
geodes.
rock candy kits.
I grew crystals.
Edible crystals.
Yeah, they were tasty.
God.
And there's also the fact of, I mean, they're figuring out who is, either they know who did this to them or they are figuring it out somehow. So I think they kind of have to know more.
Yeah, so we should probably get more information, and then maybe we could take at least help with the investigation and like the parts that are more.
How
around.
about this? And Echo's going to go over to the chalkboard, erase it, and in the center writes accelerant. Draws a line.
Yeah.
Name of the
that's
mayor.
what you asked about.
Draws a line. Name of the mayor. Draws a line. Name of the scientist.
Fucking Benson.
Fucking Benson. Yep. She does write Francis Benson, but she is Francis fucking Benson.
Yeah, no. Otherwise, Calamity
was
was going to walk up and right next to it.
Okay.
Fucking Benson.
And accelerant is what made Rampage.
It's the name of the program. I don't know if it's also the name of a substance. It could be.
Okay.
It sounds like what happened to Rampage is maybe that she had the powers and they like increased them. Like, I don't know.
Echo draws another line on the other side leading to Rampage, another one to Tempest, and then draws a line up and in a circle writes, was there a specific name for the program that the army was publicly using for like having heroes on the front lines? Not like what was that they were doing, but like the actual official rosters and stuff.
Excellent question.
Like in the boys.
Operation Copyright Infringement.
Yes.
Maybe Operation Pantheon?
I like that actually.
Sure. I was gonna say they probably would, and I just don't have anything on the spot, so we can use that.
It can be like an acronym that we can figure out later.
Yeah. She draws a line to that, circles it. This is what we know. As we know more, we fill this in.
Okay.
Eventually, we will know every point of this web. That is when we get to work.
All right.
Okay.
Well, if you tossed the scientist's place, did you find anything?
One thing. Checking my notes.
I found some beer in his fridge.
That is true.
Who sings?
There was also a piece of art on the wall, but we didn't really think that it was valuable enough to steal.
Why would be? It's not information.
Well,
Would
we
be
wanted
it.
to make it look like he was being robbed instead of like,
The city knows that someone knows something. There were no emergency vehicles on the way to the scene of Tempest trying to rock this guy's ship.
Mhm.
That is suspicious. What I
Were
know...
there any in regards to the wave itself, correct?
I don't remember, actually.
I don't think there was any like emergency
I don't think there
stuff
was
going on
anything
at all.
out.
Maybe everybody saw the wave and decided to stay home.
Charlie?
Or
I mean, you didn't see anything.
they saw that Tempest was there and wanted to create a bigger villain. Woman in ball gown drowned city. There's no coming back from that in terms of publicity.
Right. Yeah, no, get the whole city against them.
That way, if they
Jesus.
speak out, no one believes it.
Right.
They would just let her do that? That's
Yeah.
a lot of people.
To save themselves, yeah.
People have
Absolutely,
done
to
worse
save
things
their
for a lot
ass.
less.
There's nobody they wouldn't drown to save their asses.
That's the problem with this city. It's run by people who don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Grandpa Les says that like politicians have the highest incidence of sociopathy. I think that's how you say that.
Socio what?
Sociopathy.
Sociopathy. Okay. It's like when you don't have any like empathy or concern for others and you only care about yourself and you don't care if you hurt others,
Okay.
especially for your own gain. Or
Echo
enjoyment.
draws a line from Francis fucking Benson and writes under that, Rook Labs. That's what I learned from Hecate, where this
Rook
guy
Labs.
works. What we found in his apartment was an ID with the official marking of Halcyon City and no other discerning information.
Ooh, we should
The
break
key
into
card.
the lab. Let's break
That's what I was thinking.
Am I
Into
making
the
a
lab
visit
tonight.
to the lab?
That's
A
what-
lab, certainly.
Rook
Let's-
Lab specifically.
my vote is tonight that we go break into the lab and find out and do snooping.
I would like to talk to Hecate first.
I think
Okay.
maybe the lab on Monday, perhaps.
Let's deal with working out our interpersonal issues first.
Spend
This-
the weekend, training and doing family dinner.
And eating
But like,
pasta.
what if they're spooked because they saw the accelerant stuff and then they're gonna cover everything up? So we gotta hurry and like find the stuff.
How about we go by the labs, see what's happening?
Okay.
Here, don't run if they don't know you're there. So long as we're not obvious, they
Yeah.
got
We
no reason to
did-
be scared.
We did make it look like his apartment got tossed. They probably, and since Tempest got away, it probably looks like it was her and not us.
Or just somebody robbing them of stuff. That's why we had to take the beer.
No one who robs a place takes the beer.
Not only is it beer.
I mean, if they were an alcoholic, they might.
Sure. But I think that's a good idea tonight. Go by, see what's happening.
Taste it.
If I had to put money on it, I'd say that there's probably some sort of underground facility. Can't see that from just a walk through.
Oh.
But there's all sorts of secret entrances usually.
Or we could dig one.
I'd rather not be that obvious.
Oh, okay.
The goal's been to
And-
not know we're there.
Okay.
I mean, if we want information, if I can get close enough, I can probably listen into at least the front lobby.
Could you listen? I don't know what, like, would you be able to hear something underground if there were, like, things going on? Or, like,
Maybe if it's close enough to the surface, but
yeah.
Probably
If you
would be.
hear things, I can hear thoughts.
Ooh.
And what if we
That's
could
your
get
telephone
someone
empathy.
on the inside in general?
A possibility.
Do they need interns?
Well, yeah. Would you
Ooh.
like someone to
Somebody
potentially put together
Pull a lot of strings depending on
Yeah.
who owns that building.
You'd probably
Maybe
also
I could-
pheromone your way past the front door.
I
Or is that
could,
too?
but also Sylvia
Don't
is
we
a
have a key card
shapeshifter
though?
who can
Yeah.
assume the form of people and
Ah.
potentially an intern if you want her to.
What if you just like turn into fucking Benson and use his key card?
We'd need to make sure he was otherwise occupied.
Yes.
How long do you think he'll notice before he notices the key card is gone and then he gets a new one?
If I were him,
Not a
I'd be
key
doing it
card.
almost immediately. It's not a key card? Just an ID?
No, it's the 50s. It's just an ID.
Okay.
There's no electronic locks yet.
Nope.
That is true. I keep thinking modern era and we're not.
I know, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's just a regular key.
It's
like
just
a
an
brass
ID.
key.
Just an ID.
All right.
Mhm.
So just an ID doesn't get you anywhere in particular, but
Yeah, but like maybe you could like go in and like get into places that like people wouldn't know about.
might be the kind of ID you need to flash at a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Or could shapeshift into something small, like the reverse of a jailbreak.
Oh, you could be like a little mouse, a little glitter mouse, and
Take it from me when I say people don't notice the mice around them.
absolutely.
Yeah, no. That tracks.
Glitter mouse.
It's a super shiny mouse.
The shiny version of every Pokemon.
Gotta say, shiny Rattata.
Yes. Well,
So we need to decide whether we're gonna do this like now or if we're gonna do like wait for a little bit. I'm just like a little bit hyped up because my sleep schedule's a little messed up.
we have the time. Why don't we go to the place, see what's happening now, and then make a decision?
Were you gonna talk to Hecate first, maybe?
I'm going to talk to her on the way.
Okay, sounds good. Happy as a lark. Like Hecate's not gonna stop us today.
Oh boy. Actually, I'm going to talk to her now, and then we'll go.
Okay. I'm gonna put on some more durable clothes.
For some reason, my brain translated that as hors d'oeuvres for a second. I was like, what? And
I
moving
mean,
forward.
durable.
that would be
Okay.
weird if I was wearing hors d'oeuvres, but I
That
was
was-
just wearing
That was the gnocchi.
gnocchi, so
Or durable clothes.
All right. And then gonna go call Hecate.
Okay. You can step
Watchdog
away.
is snooping.
You can step away into a more private area and take it away.
Watchdog did tell me that he was listening in the last time I talked to Hecate. This is true. I'm gonna see if I can contact her telepathically.
Ooh.
Already.
I mean, how far would your senses typically be able to extend?
I don't know. I guess my argument would be the more familiarity of the person, the farther it can go. But GM discretion, of course. Boon.
I Okay. I will say that you reach out telepathically, and it does help that you have that familiarity, so you get a sense of where she is in the city, but is not close enough to make strong, consistent contact.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna message her normally through the boosted radio signal.
Okay. Do you have any sort of introduction or just
Oh. Hecate, do you have a moment?
Sure. What do you need?
You said that Benson works at Brook Labs.
That the only Francis Benson that I know of does. Assuming it's
Fair.
the same one.
We found an ID in his apartment. Has official Halcyon City markings, but nothing else identifying it. Anything you've seen before?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. It's my pen. Did it run away? Did my cat steal it?
The cat took
does.
the pen.
Ah, here it is.
The cats truly are the villain of this story.
He only steals this kind of pen. It's weird. Okay, one sec. Where'd you see it? Or in what context?
With some of the more specialized contracted work that a certain nuclear-minded villain was once part of.
Ah. Well then. That's concerning.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
You don't need to know. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I need to know.
No.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Expression.
Okay, that's gonna be our next emoji.
Yes. I approve of this. The plan that Calamity is pushing for is to try and raid Rook Labs tonight. I'm torn. On one hand, they could be suspicious and starting to move. On the other, showing our hand too early can lead to consequences. What do you recommend? I'm fully trying to roll this as fireside chat, just to be physical about that.
Okay, go ahead. I don't remember what label she embodies, but go ahead and roll.
Superior.
Okay. Roll a superior.
Okay. With my +3 to superior, that is an 11.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so they tell you what to do, and on a 10 plus mark potential if you follow their advice and take +1 on going to follow through.
E.
And she says, I think you have a good understanding of the current situation at hand. I would also suggest that moving in immediately would be a risky choice to make, considering how well established Rook Labs is. On the one hand, they have a certain level of trust built up where they have quite a bit of credibility in the city among other officials. On the other hand, because they've been around for a while, I'm sure they have quite a number of protections in place.
That would make sense.
And unless we know more about what exactly they're doing or who they have in their employ, could put you in a rather dangerous situation.
That makes sense. I need to go talk some people down.
Wise decision. Well, I haven't had any direct dealings with them there. They do carry a certain reputation that wouldn't be so easily trifled with.
Politics.
Unfortunately.
Always.
Politics and money.
Death and taxes. Well, thank you. What are you working on tonight?
Mainly just keeping an eye on things. It's been those other small-time villains have made some waves, but the larger field's been a little quiet. It's unsettling.
If you're in the area by the bay, could you see what's going on out there? Valkyrie was able to stop a rather large wave from flooding the city and used a rather unconventional method that stuck around. Might be worth keeping an eye on.
Sure.
Glowing the seaweed, essentially.
Okay. I will swing by and take a look.
Thank you. All right. Echo out.
Hecate out.
Echo's just kind of like...
You come back in and Roxy's wearing something very similar to what Kim Possible would wear.
My God.
I love this.
Like a crop top.
Where did you get that?
Yes.
And cargo pants. She's ready to go. Her hair's in like a tie ponytail. She's just like whipping it.
Hecate suggests that perhaps caution is the better approach here.
So we'll be careful.
So we take time to figure out what the situation is before barging in.
So we just break in and case the joint?
We do surveillance at most from a distance.
Okay.
Maybe keep from breaking in yet. I mean, to be fair, I think we can still learn a bunch even if we don't go inside.
That's true. Rook Labs has been around for years. Their roots are dug deep into this city. The chances of them picking up and leaving at a moment's notice are low, especially for us. We're not a particularly formidable threat in their eyes.
Yeah, not yet.
And they have the city behind them. People like my dad.
And the mayor, apparently.
And the mayor.
Who's a little corrupt.
And if public opinion turns against us, we get caught, then that makes our job harder. Maybe this points at Project Accelerant on the board, never gets uncovered.
What if we were to like get the mayor kind of nervous about things? It sounds like he's already nervous. But, like, what if we would up the ante and make him even more nervous, and then you listen to his thoughts more?
I'm in favor of that. I don't think we necessarily need to make him more nervous. He knows that Rampage and Tempest are out there.
But
the
it's
other
kind of
thing
fun.
is, if you make him more nervous, you could force him into taking actions that may or may not work to our detriment. So...
yeah,
forcing people to make dangerous actions, especially when we are not prepared for it, could be
he's also more likely to make mistakes. But we can also do that on the back burner. That's not really like a time sensitive thing as much, you know? Because
there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with listening first.
Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna go listen. Do we need to drive then? Because the motorcycles are kind of loud.
We should probably be stealthy.
You want to drive the car? You want me to drive?
I think bringing vehicles in general is a bad idea on this one.
So we're just gonna run it.
Pumpkin fuck.
We could take the car and then just like park far away and then walk it up.
How about this?
We can
So
take the
take-
subways.
We take the bikes through the tunnels, leave them underground, come up around the area. Or, better yet, we find a point in the tunnels that's close to wherever any underground facility might be, and see if you can hear anything if the walls are thin enough.
Yeah.
So is
Down for
this a costumed endeavor or is this a full civvies endeavor? How far undercover or how stealth are we talking?
Impossible.
This is going to be costumes because the tunnels aren't something that most civilians are aware of or use.
True. I was just in light of potentially popping up.
How about we prepare to be in either mode? But
What if we're all self?
the problem is also we have one member who does not have that option for this.
True. I fully understand that.
Wait, what?
Watchdog has one option in this situation. And that
One
is
option in clothing.
yes, in clothing. Let's go with that.
You should probably bring more outfits to our base so that you have more fashion choices.
Sylvie's head just hits the table because she's not going to explain it.
Well, I don't know if you need to worry about me too much. I can be unseen if I want to be.
Yeah, stealthy like a wolf.
Well, I mean, people aren't hard to hide from if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So you don't need a tactile neck today.
I'm sorry, a what?
A tactical turtleneck.
Oh, I legitimately didn't understand what you said. I was like, huh?
You've never watched Archer.
I was about to say Archer.
Yeah,
I'm
Yes.
not.
He calls his black turtlenecks his tactile necks. They are not different from a regular black turtleneck.
Tactile neck.
It's a tactile neck. Anyways.
Yeah, if need be, I can slink along.
Yeah. I don't think we could, like, if we needed to infiltrate, I'm not sure that you would be good to go in as a scientist because I don't know how many werewolf scientists they have.
It's probably not.
That's
a
a
lot.
later problem, really. But, I'm just trying to think ahead.
It's probably a diversity issue if we're being honest.
DEI initiative, more werewolves.
More werewolves and fae and aliens they need to hire. I think that those are more the test subjects, if we're being honest.
On that note, I think we have at least a solid start to a plan.
Okay. I'm going to wear my helmet some more. Just because, in case.
That makes
but
sense.
I'll also wear my mask just in case. Look, I'm double protected from all the identities.
And I appreciate that.
I'm being discreet.
Very
sure. Let's go with that.
We're very discreet over here. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
As we're getting ready to leave, I kind of feel like Watchdog at some point sort of approaches Echo. Nuclear-powered villain?
There was one. A while ago.
They're not something we need to worry about now, right?
Hopefully not. He's very dead.
Oh. All right. Just making sure,
Now he's a lich Nuclear powered lich.
God.
Liches be crazy after all.
Necron?
A long time ago, not so long, but there was a villain who tried to, there's no really other way to put it, he tried to set off a bomb. A nuclear one.
Here?
Yes. And he was not successful, obviously. But he came very, very, very close.
Shit, when was this?
About 15 years ago.
Ugh. Okay. Me and my mom weren't moved in yet by then. That was a scary thought.
I'm actually doing math real quick, one sec. Okay, wait, one sec.
Carry the one.
15 years actually does not make sense for that one moment.
Nope. Was Joe's family in danger? Now checking.
Compiling research. Calculating. Calculating. Calculating.
Do not look directly into the nozzle.
What nozzle?
The nozzle. It's calculating. It's gathering data.
Oh, man.
If you stare at it, it'll be like back when you had to download everything and the internet screamed at you before you got on there, and downloading something could take,
10
5
years.
minutes or
Days.
5 hours, and you never knew. Microsoft surely didn't know.
He was active about a decade ago. The exact date, it's before my time.
Okay. So, do we think he might have something to do with this then?
With this?
Yeah, with this whole accelerant thing.
Certainly possible. He was involved in some pretty unethical things.
Oh boy. I don't like the thought of one of those bombs going off here.
No one does. But
It's scary enough on the other side of the world.
Hecate stopped it. That's the important part.
Now we're gonna stop this.
Eventually.
Let's go see what we can find out then.
Agreed.
My God, if this was D&D, I'd give you inspiration.
I have a weird question. So to unmark angry, break something important. Does a building count as something important?
It's specifically called out in the rules that it has to be something important within the larger arcs of the fiction. So that would be something more along the lines of something important to another character or to yourself. Or it could be something like trust.
So it's got to break
or a
Joe's
friendship.
Yeah.
car?
No.
You're
Well,
gonna break my car.
I would.
I'm just kidding.
It would need more impact than just
Okay.
like a random building.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't just punch crap and get rid of it. You gotta punch important crap.
punch
Does somebody's
more
nose
people.
count?
Yeah, it could be a teammate that you break.
That's
Please don't.
true.
Please don't.
But
Training
but-
next week's gonna be interesting.
I mean, I'm just saying, when we go to the junkyard and we fight,
but
you
if there was
heal,
nothing,
it's fine.
there is no other prep work you would like to do, you can all head out
Yes.
into the tunnels and get turned towards Rook Labs. And as you do so, one thing I will leave you with before we head into our end of session questions is, as you're headed out the door, Watchdog, you catch the faintest scent of pine.
Is this a familiar
That
scent
for
to
a fact-
him?
That is not a Sylvie smell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nope.
It is
I
not
would
familiar.
say she
to any of your
smells more like
teammates.
gardenias, right? Like, or like, I don't know, like a really good flower, like a rose, or that's just
I
what I
feel like-
imagine what Sylvie smells like, is like
I
really
feel like
good.
Sylvie's scent changes for everyone. It
Yeah.
depends. So I don't know what her scent for him is, but
It's roses.
I do actually know
gardenias for
exactly
Roxy.
what you smell like to Joe, because I
see, I don't know. But
We need to know exactly what we each of us smells like to you.
That's true.
I just
I do
smell
have a
motor
description
oil.
for that as well.
Motor oil.
But yeah, as I pick up that scent, I'll kind of like turn around and try to like locate it.
You don't see where it could be coming from.
Invisible.
I'll sort of double check. Is anybody like immediately around me?
As far as the rest of the team goes,
Yeah.
probably not if you don't want them to be. Like,
Okay.
I sort of imagine maybe you were hanging at the back of the group and then you caught this scent and stopped and everyone continued walking down the tunnels.
I'll kind of like turn a little bit and just be like, Roscoe? Ross, blindside?
There's no
In my
response.
notes.
Write that down.
Shit just keeps getting weirder and weirder. No. Keep following everyone.
Okay. And now we can do our end of session questions.
That totally wasn't important proper noun. Let's move on.
it's totally not in my notebook
Fine.
now. It's fine.
Write that down. Write that down.
Add it
Roscoe,
to the
he
corkboard.
smells like pine, also maybe blindside.
I wrote it down properly.
Does it have a whole sticky note?
No, it's at the very bottom of this sticky note. Someone's never gonna notice it.
It is my last note on this page in this notebook before advancements, so I will definitely remember. It's fine.
Okay.
I got so much done.
Really productive tonight.
Yeah.
Lots of
For all the
conversation.
weird things that happened tonight. We got a lot done.
Yeah.
All right, end of session.
Anyone eager to go first?
Trying to figure that
Still
out.
deciding.
I am actually ready because I've been thinking about that. Well, Elena's been listening to people.
Okay.
We're gonna grow closer to the team, specifically Watchdog, because she appreciated the apology.
Aw.
Yay.
But he already has influence, I think, so he gets to do the.
He does not.
He
I
doesn't.
was gonna say
Oh.
you
Oh.
influence me, but I do not influence you, I
Very
don't
well.
think.
Watchdog now has influence,
Ah.
and I'm gonna gain a potential because I want to level up.
Mm-hmm.
That
One
gives
more.
me- Wait. I think I influence all of you.
Yep,
Yay.
you do have influence
Yep.
over everyone.
Watchdog has influence over everyone, and Joe has influence over Cynthia and Roxy.
Everyone has influence over Roxy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Well, on my end here, I think I will pick grow closer to the team. Boy, this one's kind of a toss-up. I don't think it was Calamity. A little aggressive at me.
Sniping.
Aggressive caring.
Your
She was-
eyes are completely covered by your hat, by the way, so it's just like a mouth.
Ominous.
Protecting the identity of the innocent or something.
I mean, she was just trying to be transparent about all the things that were bugging her.
That's what
I
Grandpa
think-
Les taught her.
Yeah, I think I will go ahead and say Elena, because she was very open to Watch Dogs' apology, and he was kind of worried that she might be a little pissed about that.
No,
If she was
Sylvie and
mad, she would
Roxy are
have
more
gone
mad.
immediately to Valkyrie.
Yeah, Sylvie
Or
and
if she was
Roxy are
petty.
more mad at you than
But, yeah.
Elena was.
Every time Valkyrie is mentioned, like around Watchdog, I just want
It's
y'all to
just,
imagine
like,
him looking over his
looking around.
shoulder and just like the silhouette of Valkyrie's back there and just the psycho like strings of
And behind
playing.
her is the silhouette of the bike going.
Yep.
I just
Yes.
imagine all of his hair standing on end on his spine, and then his tail like going down between his legs, like. Ooh.
confirmation of tail.
Look, I'm just trying to get you to admit it off the cuff. You know,
Watch Dogs gonna love my next advancement.
Oh no.
that's
Oh,
amazing.
no.
I love it.
Actually, my next two, because I like Jenna knows which other one I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
But yes,
I
since
can't
you already
wait.
have influence over me there, Elena, you get to shift my labels.
Um.
Where are you scooching me?
I'm gonna shift superior down,
Scooch the pooch.
Okay.
and I think mundane up
I'll take that. I'll take that. Brings them both to a 0.
because it's a very normal thing to apologize, and he was very nervous
Madman
about
wolf.
it, making him feel very much human and not wolf.
Yeah.
That's you. You're a wolf.
And I will go ahead and clear condition. And I will go ahead and clear angry.
How many conditions do you have?
I am down to 1.
Hey, same.
Woo!
I'm at 3.
Been so long.
Ugh.
You're sitting right on the brink for a while.
What happens if you get all the conditions? You have to
You're
go
out.
have therapy with
You
Grandpa Les.
mark all conditions, and you have to
Yeah,
mark
you have
when
to
you
go.
are knocked out of the scene. in some way.
Oh,
You immediately get teleported to Grandpa Les and have to work your shit out.
Bertram's there with
tea.
I guess
Like, if
I
it's
can
a-
go. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just
Finish.
gonna say, for sake of rules clarification here, if you get all 5 and then you have to mark a 6th, if it's a social situation, you have to immediately like exit the scene somehow. If it's
Yeet.
combat, you're laid out. You're just completely done.
You're exhausted.
You have to start making death saves.
And, well, I was about to say,
Oh,
depending
shit.
upon how lethal the situation is, it could be a potential.
Death, yeah.
Mhm.
boon. Do you want to be
Um,
back on the screen?
I
Yeah.
think Sylvia did grow closer to the team, specifically Roxy in this situation, who
Aw.
already has influence, I do believe.
Yes.
So you may shift my labels. I'm also marking potential.
I am going to say that we are going to move. Um. So, yeah, I think for Valkyrie, I think she's gonna mark danger up because she really liked having it reinforced that her and well, I don't know if she even heard that, but I don't know. There's like a pride in the fact that like they're the scary ones. There's a certain camaraderie in the fact that they're the scary ones.
The terror twins.
Yes. I mean, Calamity's like a big teddy bear until you mess with her people, and then she's a big mama bear, and that's kind of terrifying.
Teddy bear with fangs.
Yes.
And then Valkyrie grows actual fangs and claws. It is terrifying.
Fangs with a teddy bear.
Yeah. And so I think Danger's up, and I think I'm going to say that Freak goes down.
Okay.
Interesting.
That bodes super well for training.
Uh-oh, sorry.
Fine. Just might get that
Again.
advancement a little sooner than I anticipated.
This system is so clever about the fact that the stat your playbook uses the most of the time is generally the one that you don't want as
Everybody
a
shifts.
character.
Actually, mine's the one that I need the most if I'm actually playing to it. You guys have kept fairly steady, if I'm being honest. So.
Is that superior?
Yes, superior.
I need Freak, which is currently at a +1, so I will take it. I
Yeah.
need Freak and conditions.
Just
I
radically
need-
accept who you are. You can
Freaky conditions.
All superior all the time.
Noki bikini is everywhere.
God.
I can go next. I think actually Roxy grew into her own image a little bit because she did a weird like thing that she didn't expect and like kind of talked that out. She also like felt good about like being able to be transparent with Watchdog, but I would say that she didn't grow closer because she was expecting that he take some accountability for more than just having like running out on the meetings.
Well, we gotta save something for the junkyard now, don't we?
Well, that angry condition is gonna get.
I will note that the one condition I have not cleared yet is insecure.
Yeah, that's the same one that I'm also not clearing, and I'm like,
I've
There
got
is-
angry, guilty, and hopeless right now. So
No conditions. We'll
Charlie,
see.
I'll probably message you
Me
after
neither.
this
Oh my
with
God.
my idea for how I might end up clearing that one, by the way.
She might double down on the guilty though to get rid of the anger. Break his nose and then feel bad.
break his nose. Oops, remorse.
Shit.
So, what label are you shifting up and which one are you shifting down? Then?
I'm actually going to shift danger up. And I'm going to shift man, my superior is like way low already, but I'm going to go ahead and shift superior down again. So I am the
Feeling
least superior
inferior?
person here.
Feeling a touch inferior, are we?
I mean, I don't think that she has an inferiority complex. I just think that she doesn't see herself as better than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this junkyard talk is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Junkyard talk, and then you can go have your emotional support carbs at dinner.
Yes.
Yes.
There's the
Oh,
next
incidentally-
We'll
day.
need them.
NA for
Also-
your thoughts earned a new menu item tonight. Upsetti spaghetti.
Upsetti spaghetti.
Yes.
Also, I just realized during that conversation where we made the junkyard date a group junkyard date, like Sylvia definitely passed Calamity a note saying it's a group date now. Have fun.
I love it.
That means nothing. How could you?
There's a picnic basket with candles, and
Oh my god.
somehow she packed a. I don't know. They didn't have boom boxes then, did they?
No.
Sylvie brings everyone.
You bring a
in
record
this
player.
one.
A record player? How are you going
Yes.
to play it? Don't you need electricity?
Generator?
Yeah,
Oh
you can
yeah,
play it.
the
Yeah.
old school ones.
No, Sylvie totally brings everyone a bouquet of flowers.
You could bring a little
I
music
love it.
box.
This is amazing. Corsages and
Excellent.
yes.
It's gonna be a weird training session.
Watchdog's like, not a date. Just keep saying not a date.
Man. All right. I'm gonna say for Cynthia, you're closer to the team, and I'm actually gonna toss that one to Watchdog because she generally doesn't expect him to be cooperative, and he was. With like the team meeting and actually staying around to discuss and actually hearing Calamity out for her concerns. So Cynthia's feeling pretty good about that. Since you already have influence over her, feel free to shift labels as needed. I'm gonna mark potential.
Okay.
Because I have no conditions.
Okay. What do I want to shift on you? I think... Okay. I think I will shift mundane down, freak up.
Okay.
Just because you seem to be way more at home in this, like, wacky superhero crap than he does.
Fair.
So I feel like maybe that image of him to you is rubbing off on you a little bit, maybe.
All right. Let's see.
Sort of like you're the superhero guru to him.
So that brings freak to 2, and mundane was already at -2, so I have to mark a condition for that.
Oh, well then you don't shift,
Uh-oh.
actually. You don't shift anything, you just mark a condition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, do I still shift freak up?
Nope.
No.
No?
Neither stat moves unless they can both move.
Yep.
Oh, I
so,
was
like,
wondering.
if you can't down it anymore or up it anymore, then you have to take the condition.
That's interesting.
That
You've been doing
makes
it wrong, haven't you?
sense. Yes. To
Yeah,
be fair, I've
no.
only.
Yeah, it's fine. It's only session 7.
Okay. In that case,
Compared to how many rules there are, we're doing a pretty good job.
We are doing decent.
We should probably name this one Upsetti Spaghetti.
I think in that
We
case,
already used that.
I think in that
Yes.
case, mundane would still be -1 from the last time, because I think that's where I lost the point. So I was like, well, if you
Yeah.
continuously can lose points, how is that supposed to work in the long term? That makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case, I just marked the condition.
For reference here, I think your overall, like, positive score should be +3.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you're
I need to figure
above
out
or
what-
below that, you need to scoot some things.
Something
But you
went
can't go to
wrong.
-3 on anything, right? It has to be, it's -2 is the most. Okay.
Well, I mean, the maximum stat is +3, but I mean, like, if you sum up all of your labels, it should come to a +3 total.
But the what?
Mine's also not +3 total.
But okay, so I had superior shifted up and something that was either at a 0 shifted down at one point. That would bring it to like the total to 4 because I had started with savior at 1 and superior at 2.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it could be right.
I'm pretty certain that's how it is for all the playbooks. Let me try to double check here.
I thought it was
Yeah,
just
I-
no single label could be over +3.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about, like, in
No, I
total.
get what you're
Like-
saying. I'm just like
The math doesn't
trying
add
to
up for me.
see where like my math went
Dang.
wrong on in my notes then.
I'm gonna try to find it because I
Yeah, 'cause
remember
have
doing this with the.
+7. Wait, no, not +7. +5.
Let's see here.
Because yeah, I'm at +4 myself. So I'm like, where did I mess up?
But y'all have taken some advances, right? So
Yeah.
maybe you took something to
Mhm.
increase the label.
I
Nope.
did not.
Let me just double check. Yeah, with the +1 at character creation, you should have a +3 overall working with it.
But Oh,
Like-
do you mean also
like a
including
net
negative numbers?
+3. Yes.
Oh, so it's
Like, if you
absolute
sum
value, not
everything. It should
Yeah.
come to a 3.
Oh, that actually makes some sense.
Yes,
That does
because
make
you have to
sense. I'm
adjust
just
them.
like my number isn't making I need to look back at my notes. to
Yeah,
see
I'm at 4.
where I changed something.
I'm not.
I fully believe that what you're saying is true. I really just think I fucked up somewhere and I need
It's
to figure
right.
out where.
Yeah, I have one more than I should, and I don't
Yeah,
know
I
where
do
it came
too.
from.
Methinks there should be some talks with Charlie about adjusting labels, perhaps.
No, it actually, if we count my negatives, that does add up to the correct number. Ha.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, mundane is at -1, resetting that to the last time it got shifted and things went weird.
Okay. Well, then
Mhm.
That's a rules lesson for the
everybody.
evening.
Ah.
That covers everybody. So we can around the next week gonna get to this junkyard day. We've been talking
Finally.
about it for like weeks.
Yup. I think like over a month at this point.
Probably. That's usually how this thing goes. I am pretty proud of myself for working pasta chili in this quickly, though.
How long ago did
Yeah.
Caleb redeem it?
Not that
I
long
think-
ago.
Not that long ago. It was,
Same time that I redeemed, I think.
I think, 2 mask sessions ago. So I know things got weird with You're Not a
Yeah.
Wizard
Couple
and
one shots.
Real Housewives of the Apocalypse. So compared to that, you're relatively quickly in game time. But
I can't wait for my NPC to show up.
yeah.
I
No.
don't like the ominous giggle.
Crow, you look concerned.
I was about to say, and now you have made Crow's player concerned. You're already-
TBD on when that one's gonna make an appearance.
I am patient, but I can't wait.
That one takes a little bit more nuance.
I love it.
Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Hopefully you have a pleasant time ahead of you whenever or whatever that may be. But until next time you come around and decide to join us again, be excellent to each other. Good night. Bye.
Don't forget to use your iMessages.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is